All right, let's go ahead and begin. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me do a quick YouTube test as well. Hello, everybody in YouTube's land. Don't mind me just doing a test just to make sure that the audio, the chat thingy is linked up. It usually is. Sometimes it's not. There we go. Let me say hello to all you nice people. Hello, Matthew. Hello, nobody. Congratulations on your first. Hello, Steve. Hello, Squiggy. Hello. Congratulations on your Thank you for streaking for me. Much appreciated. Yeah, we're doing turnips today. Hello, Uthar, and hello, totally Alfarius. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, I printed the cult leader. You know what? No, no, fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. We're doing Space Marines. Nah, I, I probably will be doing a little bit of Space Marine every time I stream non-Warhammer mini stuff under the GW category. I do like a little I do like a little tax, like my little Games Workshop tax. Like, yes, I'm streaming under Warhammer, but look, G Dubs, I got a space mirror. It's fine. How are you nerds doing today? Today was a very errand filled day, so I didn't get to do much other than like laundry and some other bullshit. The thing is, a lot of people use this as just like the mini painting category because there's not just mini painting. Um, there's arts and crafts, but you get buried under a lot of arts and crafts. There is you could do technically sorry, art, you could do that. Makers and crafting, some people do it. This is like really if you're going for like war game stuff, you know. I did get a lot of shit done. Uh including some printing stuff. And hello Belner and hello Charlie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the hydrate and stretch. There we go. Was it at least a fun birthday party? Was it a fun birthday party? I've not been to a children's birthday party in a while, so I actually never prepared one. I've just been part of them as like a family member. So I imagine trying to help throw one is quite a bit. But yeah, though we are. So I got some stuff today. I technically picked a lot of stuff to do considering this is my 2.5 hour mini painting stream. So we got this boy. You've probably seen him get pulled out like a couple every now and then. Every now and then I pull him out. He's probably going to be the main purpose. I will put like a layer of paint on this Marine. But the cult leader today, from yesterday during the also thank you everyone who came out to the how to do Turnip28 stream. I had a lot of fun with that. Um, this is part of the result from this. The cart is being printed out. It turns out that it's the main body turned out pretty good, but it's got holes in it, like drainage holes. So basically, what you can do when you print something big, like basically anything thicker than like a miniature, you need to put little. You either paint it solid, which makes it incredibly thick, incredibly print heavy, and it's just kind of not great, or you hollow it. When you hollow it, it's good because you just like basically make it so there's just nothing but supports on the inside, so you got like lots of gaps. It makes it light, makes it airy. Waste a lot less resin. The problem is you got to make sure that shit gets properly filtered out, or else you basically just have a really fucky long-term poison hand grenade ready to go. Hello, okay, guy. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, that's not so bad. So I guess my brain is conditioned from movies to think children's birthday party as like 30 children swarm. Um, But yeah, if it's only two, that's relatively chill, especially like if you're just doing like cake and pizza and whatnot. How you doing, Rufus? I'm doing good. We're ready for some turnip stuff tonight. We're gonna do a little bit of kit bashing on the lad. So this lad is meant for more of a fantasy cultist, so I have some plans of what I want to do with it. Step one, these danglies are nice. I'm gonna leave most of them. The issue is not the danglies, is that there's something about I find that these star shapes don't really they don't resonate with me. So a lot of times when I'm doing these kit bashes, I will just roughly take a pair of clippers and I will just blast off a lot of material. Like it like this. You guys are gonna see that my kit bashing method for resin is kind of rough, but just bear with me for a bit. So I'm gonna scrunch all that up. I'm just gonna mush it off, and if I need to go back and like kind of smooth out the leg, that's not a big dealio. But I'm doing good. I had to do a lot of laundry today. So I don't have a laundry machine in my house because I rent, and for some reason one was not provided, so I got to go to like a nearby spot, and that usually takes some time. Um, well, the thing is, a lot of times when I'm like, quote unquote, like when I'm doing this kind of thing, a lot of times I just get materials just flying over my room, which it works in the end. So it's not the worst. It's not the worst. But yeah, the base idea, you can definitely like I will clip off big chunks and then I can go back and file at it, which is nice. So yeah, but like I said, I don't think these shapes are really quite what I would be considered turnipy. They're not bad. Like if I was running this as a straight cultist, like a regular cult dude for like a fantasy game or like Mordheim or Frostgrave or something like that, that'd be cool. I have also been I spent a little bit of today reading through Xenos Rampant, which is a game I believe I've mentioned as like it's a if you have a lot of 40K models but you want like a very different game than 40K, that's a pretty solid option. I've been reading through it. It's kind of neat. There's a lot of decisions that I'm not the biggest fan of in that game, which I was surprised about. So like when you build your commander in that, you build your commander dude, like your leader, and you roll randomly on a trait from one of four categories. Um, so it's like aggressive, tactical, strategic, and like one other. It's basically like, do you want to like really push the advantage? Do you want to play smart? Do you want to play with a lot of tactics, or do you want to be like the guy on the front line with all the cool big weapons and stuff like that? Too much hangover. Oh yeah, I guess yesterday was like the day that people like to party. I was entirely sober. Which to be fair, I was a lot of it like not that I've not really done Durg. Uh Other than like I think I had like one spicy gummy at a Magfest, and that even the sad thing about that one is that didn't even do anything. Like I had it, and I was like, "All right, it's finally time." It's been hyped up my entire life, and I think it was just low enough that it just was like, eh. I was like, "Oh, this is a little disappointing." But where's I go with that? But yeah, so like anyway, so the Zeus Rampant command, like your commander dudes have one of four categories, and if you roll randomly for abilities, which is not my favorite, it's fine. The problem is for each of those abilities, the very top ability is like if you roll real bad, the ability you get is the exact opposite of what you rolled, but in like a shitty way. So if you roll aggressive and you roll a one, you actually get like JK, he's actually your commander's really timid and kind of sucks. And I'm like, why would you put that in your game? I don't understand. I don't understand why you'd make that like I can understand something like that if it was like a minor character or like if this wasn't like a very heavy customizable game. I could maybe see something like that, but I'm like, this is like your dude. Like this is like when you build a force in this game, this is like your guy, your man. Or like if you're trying to like sell this as like, hey, listen, you probably have a lot of sci-fi and space fantasy minis kicking around your house. Wouldn't it be nice to give them a good use? Oh, looks like we got an ad break going on, so we can use that to take a sip. Ah. Yeah, hopefully your lengthy Rufus, hopefully your lengthy recovery is going well at the very least. Hopefully that's going pretty good. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. I'm hitting some real targeted bat goo. There we go. All right, we should be back from ads. Welcome back from ads, everyone. But like there was some really cool stuff about Xenos Rampant though. That it was like, hey, one of the guys who did like testing in the game, like in the game book, was like, hey, these are minis I painted in the 80s. Like to the point where like if you would like to get these minis, these were originally from a manufacturer, but it's been so long that the rights to them are now held by like a totally different company. I was like, that's cool, but wouldn't it suck if you like dug a bunch of your old minis out of storage and then you put them on the table and you rolled like shit for your command trait and then your guy just sucks ass? I was like, I hate that design. Luckily, like Xenos Rampant's not one of those games where it's like there's gonna be like a big tourney scene. Like nobody's doing like fucking Xenos Rampant tourneys, I think. It's more kind of like not super narrative. I mean, there is like a whole campaign structure, but it's like it's minis agnostic, competent sci-fi war game. I'll still maybe try to give it a shot one of these days though, because it does look pretty neat. All right, so I've basically what I've done is I've kind of like I'll probably go back and sand them a bit more. Uh, it might be. It also the game has very British sensibilities, and I wonder if there is just something about like British war games. It's like you must have a random chart that can fuck you over at all times. Like it's so odd that that's like a reoccurring trait. But like the weird thing is like I don't know if I would say it's like a because like I actually recall, like, even a lot of the Mordheim charts would be like, you roll and, like, usually you would get something. Even if it's not, like, the greatest thing ever, you would get, like, a positive thing. Like, you I don't know, though. It's odd. It's a type of game design that I personally am not a fan of. I know some people love that shit, uh, like when you roll on a table and you're like, "Oh, I my friend rolled something good and he got a lot of positive things." And it's like even kind of like Stormwind fallacy stuff. There is a type of person that thinks like, "Oh, yes, I like have you guys ever like kind of this is kind of a lessening position online, but there's the kind of person that like, ah, yes, your character with good stats who is competent, he is tis but a power gaming min-max fantasy. I, guy who rolled like Dorko shits his pants, who has no stats, can't do anything. That's true role playing. Because see, I don't have good stats. I have to role play. Or sure, I made Beef Smelzo, the dwarf with 3 charisma, but oh, you should see all the fun Beef Smelzo gets into. How you doing, Fox? Welcome everybody. I'm talking about Beef Smelzo, a theoretical character. I'll explain a bit. Hello, Dragon Imperium. Hello, EMR Tonk. Welcome everybody. Hello, Aloof Centipede. Let's see what the fuck you were up to, nerd. I guess you typically have the power to shout yourself out, but I want to shout you out because I think it's fun. Oh, how's fucking Half-Life? That is on my list of games to play one of these days, and I've not gotten around to it. But yeah, if all of you, if for anyone who does not know me, I am Halberdot the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven and Turnip variety. I should start adding that as like a little. That catchphrase is just going to become like 100 lines long. Though you can see my Asterian Moloch spinning in the corner. See. Let's go back there. So what does Hal do? I paint rats, and I do. I have been painting rats this weekend. Check this out, rat bud. This is it. I've been slap chopping a bunch of my plague monks. These are the ones I keep talking about. So I'm using basically contrast paints. I'm using a lot of the army painter speed paints actually, which I probably like more than contrast at this point. Like the version 2 has gotten rid of all the flaws, and I've been kind of a big fan. I've been just so I have like 31 of these guys. So I was doing like cape, wood, skin. I'm currently working on the void under the skirt. I'm eventually going to be doing metal colors. I'm basically doing them like assembly line. Yo, let's go, Fox. Hell yeah, let's fucking go. Arts and crafts maxing. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. And Alcoven, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? I'm painting. I'm actually not. I have not painted today, like on stream yet. We're working on some of the conversion stuff from the turnip game, the turnip stream yesterday. That I want to. I want to at least get this guy ready for another painting stream, and I want to show you guys a little bit of my process. So I'm cutting off his face so I can attach his other face to that. Potentially had bad sets for play reasons. I mean, the thing is, like, I feel like in your credit, a lot of people that are really aggravating about the whole like bad stats are role playing are really obnoxious about it, and you seem like a reasonable person. But I have noticed it's like it's usually something that I also don't see in person a lot. It's typically a very online behavior. Also, like I said, my kit bashing process for resin is I'm gonna do a lot of incredibly aggressive clips. So if you just assume that my house is filled with just like little chunks of resin, and I do kind of like shield my eyes before I do this. So there we go. I have obliterated most of the face. The way that I think that basically fits on pretty well. On. Like, I'll probably put a little bit of, like, gap filler and stuff to kind of fix that up. Let's get some where's my hey, there's my gel glue, there we go. Let's get that bad boy glued in. I also need to glue in some I gotta glue some tough patches, and I also got to do well, usually I think I do the tufts, like, after assembly. There we go, let's glue that schnoz on there. Sure, let's make sure it glues properly-ish. Okay, I'm glad I picked the right mask. I was like, I need one that has like a crazy, stupid, long snoot, and this is the correct choice. But yeah, where's I going with the whole? There's a reason behind me ranting about like stats and stuff. I have totally blanked. Hey, there we go. There we go. I might have to scoot it over a bit later, but I think at the very least this sells it as being more turnipy now. Then also, so as part of the end of yesterday, I printed out a bunch of defeat. The problem is I did not realize quite how big these feet are. Like the default feet apparently is like, hey, would you like your feet in Space Marine size? Oh, the Xenos Rampant. Yeah. Oh yeah, we were just talking about how like what's it called? It's like a lot of those are bad, and I guess some people enjoy like rolling on a table like, ooh, I got Dumbus shits his pants. He's my commander. Oh, time to see what adventures Dumbus goes onto. I don't like that. I don't like that a lot. It's like, what's how you doing about this? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I listen, I like turnip is great if you like yourself a long helmet. If you like yourself a long helmet. So part of me, I'm debating whether I want to. I probably might need to go back and print some smaller feet. I think these feet will be useful for like a big pile of feet where it's like you don't really like if I have them standing on like a pile of feet, people won't really notice that like, oh, they are gigantic feet. But I do want to put some in his hands just because basically like all, like for people who were not there for the turnip stream yesterday, the vote for what to do for a chat derived turnip warband was a cult that believes feet are the root of all evil. So the only way that you can reach salvation is to get your feet cut off. And based on what I've seen on the internet, I think that's a safe bet. I feel like that's a safe bet. So yeah, this guy's like pretty good. This guy's pretty good. Yeah, exactly. Once I pile it up, it'll be fine. I think what I'm gonna do though is I'm going to put two little balls as just like a reference point for these. I currently have another batch of things printing at the moment, specifically like some toadies, which for people who are not there are like your second in commands. I have one of them that has an axe who's going to be like the executioner dude. Well, basically like the kind of like yeah like the foot executioner. I guess I don't know. But yeah, I'm putting some white tack on here. So like the idea will be like this, but the feet will make maybe 75% as big as this. But I could make like a really ominous, like I got a good pile of feet. Like I could all. Do I have a base ready for? I could jack a base from this model that I need to work on. She needs another one anyway. God, the blue tack on this is ancient, so it has become hard. This is a so a long time ago I figured out how to do like some model X, and this is Charlotte Bear, Charlotte Cross Bear, which the actual print, like the idea was sound, but this is like a really older print before I knew what I was doing. So it has like really, it has really terrible like mold, like line supports. I would like to go back and fix this one of these days, but I would need to basically unfuck. I would need to unfuck a ludicrous amount of like feature like not features. Basically, yeah, Charlotte got mentioned. Charlotte's a very good bear. She did a thing where she was like, "Hey, here's the Koikatsu card for Valentine's Day. Do whatever you want with it." And I was like, "Okay," and I printed it because it turns out you can. There is a series of steps you could use to export from Koikatsu into Blender. And then Blender naturally has like an STL export, though you have to do a lot of like weird nonsense because a lot of times in games, like this is like kind of even going back to like ripping models from games for like Total Warhammer. Those are not ready just to go. So like whenever that like Earmang, I don't know. The guy who did a lot of the like I ripped these models from Total Warhammer. And here you go. Like a lot of stuff that's done on those models is a lot of texture trickery. Like you would never notice that. You would look at like chainmail or something and be like, ah, yes, that's chainmail. And then not realizing that a lot of that is just like a flat line with a bunch of what's it called? With a bunch of like little textures applied to it. So that way's when you remove that. Yeah, Koikatsu, it's a anime posing game that you could also use for nefarious purposes if you're feeling real spicy. The thing is, it's a very nice open source anime character creator that just happens to be attached to a loot. Well, I say open source as in like technically you got to pay for it, but it's got a lot of options for like it's strongly supported in mods. How you doing, Mavco? Welcome. How you doing? Gal. No, I can't. Every now and then, as a joke, I like to steal other VTubers' openings, and it feels weird. I feel wrong when I do that. But yeah, so I would like to go back and kind of redo that one, maybe one of these days. But I don't know. I don't know. It's fun. Maybe it's my mimic nature that makes me do that. Also, too, what's it called? Now, it's a weird ask because, like, oh, so basically, what I was trying to say earlier before I interrupted myself is that a lot of stuff with Koikatsu is done by texture trickery, and it's not like the chainmail example. It's like in reverse. So it'll be like, oh yeah, the way these sleeves work is that technically polygons exist here, but there is a like what's it called? There is an invisible texture on it. But when you try to export that to a Blender, it doesn't know any better, and it will just like crunch that up real bad. You got to do something. You got to do a lot of trickery to it. I guess technically now that a lot of VTubers are getting like Blender made models, technically Vroid I think could work for it too, maybe. The problem is I remember Vroid uses a lot of polygon trickery to work. But like a lot of VTubers are getting like very cool Blender custom specific models, which seems neat. I might get one of those one of these days. Right now, the one I was looking at is a guy named like Mikaton, also Dylan, 29060. Thank you for the follow and welcome to the workshop. How you doing? I am removing supports from a pile of feet that the guy is going to be standing on. So I don't have to get too wild on these feet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to like get the majority of this filed off. So far, we are 30 minutes into a quote-unquote painting stream, and I have not painted, which is fine. It's fine. I might have made the YouTube description a little sus though. Not sus, more like a little like probably more implication I'm painting this guy, which I will. I just wanted I said I was gonna do both. But yeah. So like it's like now that but now that a lot of VTubers are getting like Blender models, I think those would probably be Klinger exports over to what's it called? Klinger exports over to Blend, like I guess back into Blender so I could get STLs. I don't know though. It's a weird proposition to be like, hey, you know that model that you're like super secretive about? Well, not secretive about, but it's like it's you. Asking a VTuber for their model, it's a lot. It takes a lot of trust to do something like that. So like I could totally be like, hey, can I have your model just so I could like, print it for fun? How you doing, Isoval? What do you mean Ooga? I know these are feet, but this is like a pile of them. I think what I'm gonna do though, so I put a lot of glue on the base. I think I'm just gonna like sprinkle them on. There we go. There we go. So we're still getting some use out of these severed feet that I was like, these are way too big. Like that's fine. Come on, bud. Yeah, they're way too large, but I think for like a dramatic base, I think they work great. I'm okay with this. We're gonna put a lot of glue on this, which is fine. Yeah, I figure when I get the ones I'm gonna use for other things, I'm going to reduce the size by like maybe, yeah, I think probably legitimately 50%. I don't know what scale this was originally supposed to use. I'm not sure. Yeah, exactly. Big feet means that he's like he stands mighty on the pile of the feet of the defeated. Oh, that's gonna be a glorious pun for the cult. How you doing, Mimic Chest? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. I'm taking a bunch of severed feet and I'm putting them on the base. How's your life going? Plus, thank you, thank you. I'll be here all week. By all week, I mean not technically next. Like this is now Sunday, so yeah. There you go. What area needs a little bit more? How you doing, this mayor? How you doing? Nice. Hell yeah. It's going. It do be going. How you doing though? How you doing? I'm making a pile of severed feet. Uh, Prime and Purple YouTube. What? Not that. Also, how you doing, Chieftain? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? Let's put you there. But I so I don't know what vegetable this is gonna be behind. This is probably less of a vegetable based cult. I think I have a name as like a kind of work in progress name, calling them the procession of the holy stumps. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, I saw it was you. I saw you, Isawal. I was confused about the purple for some reason. I don't know why. Like consistent now, I'm waiting for the test processing. Ooh, is that? I assume that's good. Is that good? Oh yeah, welcome on the Twitch. Oh, because Twitch is purple. Ah, I'm dumb. Listen, there's a funny thing about streaming that when as soon as you turn on OBS and go live, your IQ drops. A lot of it, realistically, if I'm gonna be honest, is because multitasking is hard, and the inherent nature of being a streamer is you are multitasking at every waking moment. So that's where the IQ debuff comes from, like 100%. If you ever wanted to know, that thing I'm sure all of you were eager to know about. I'm gonna get hired if I pass the test. Yo, let's go. I'm gonna give everyone give the dismayer your strength for the test. I'm giving you my test passing energy. Here we go. I'm sure that'll work. I'm sure that'll work. All right. So this is the base that is now a pile of gigantic feet. I'm not going to glue the lad on it just yet. I accidentally made it so that he's going to have to be at an edge, but I kind of like that. I kind of like him just being like slightly off kilter, but I think I probably do need to like twist that a little bit. There we go. Only 3 weeks to fish a 2K army. Ooh, I mean, what army are you doing? If you're doing Lizardmen, I'm sorry, because that's gonna be fucking brutal. Uh hopefully it's the one you could do pretty quick. Watching a dino girl on YouTube. Yo, let's go. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Hello, Sugoi. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Custodes would be a quick army to do. But yeah, no, Lizardmen sound rough. Best of luck with that. Oh yeah, forgot these two technically are too big. Let me add them to the pile as well, just for simplicity's sake. So technically, do they need to be fully painted, or is the idea they need to be tournament ready? Because technically, you could get like what's tournament ready, like 3 colors and a base, something like that. Go fast because of the rules. Oh yeah, didn't Custodes get like fuck super duper hard on their codex? It's the nature of G dubs. It sucks, but whatever. Let's get this foot on here. Try to build like a coherent flat surface out of feet. Man, to think of like if you would have told me like a week ago that like how you're gonna be making like a pile of feet, I don't think I would have doubted you. but I would have been like, man, really? I'm gonna do. Yep. Am I gonna be doing that? Yeah, I guess. I guess so. How you doing, Deacon? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Most of my chat ready. Just that's not so bad then. Okay, I thought you were starting from like scratch, and I'm like, good fucking luck. Good fucking luck. So yeah, okay, there we go. This will be a nice. There we go. Oh this. Honestly, guys, foot pile kind of fucks like super hard. It kind of fucks super hard, especially hello, Saint Decent. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Nice feet. Thank you. All these nerds wanted eventually kind of we were building a turnip list together, and now they're a cult that goes from town to town chopping off people's feet. So I accidentally printed too many feet that were too big, so now they're base feet. How you doing? How you doing? Praise for the first church of Quentin. No, Quentin Tarantino would hate this army because they cut off the feet. Yeah, I'm very happy. Like the funny thing, this reminds me of Kingdom Death bases. I've seen some Kingdom Death bases that are like a bunch of body parts, and they just kind of come like that. But it's like same deal, but feet. And I'll probably eventually put some like dirt filler and stuff on there. Yeah, I salvaged a bad idea. Let's go. This is hello, Cripshout. No, it's not weird at all. It's okay. I can blame all of you nerds. All right, real quick too. I'm gonna do my Games Workshop tax. Hello, Ars. How you doing? And by Games Workshop tax, as in like I'm in the Warhammer category. I'm going to apply paint to one Space Marine. Kingdom Death had some faces on the ground. I think there's also some that have flesh. It's been a while since I looked at Kingdom Death, which is funny considering I got a bunch of Kingdom Death in my closet I need to do something with. And now I'm the proud owner of the starter box of the A Song of Ice and Fire. Fire and Ice, Ice and Fire. I can never remember the order. The Game of Thrones fake Space Marine enjoyer. No, look. Like this guy, how can I be a fake Space Marine enjoyer if I made Rowboat Girly Man a cool model? Huh? 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 Oh, thank you for the hydrate and stretch. Let me drink. But yeah, it's most of my battles of Osgiliath. Oh fuck yeah, let's go. I need to do more of my stuff. Well, first of all, how you dare you? He was already cool. Listen, I've got nothing but nice compliments. You would be the first. You're the first person to go, "Hey, Hal, what the fuck?" And the answer is, listen, I paint minotaurs, and it's the proud tradition of the minotaurs to make the Ultramarines extra upset. I'm sorry, those are the canonical rules that I must abide by. I'm gonna put. I also got a new airbrush, which I'm very excited to fuck with. There is a new company called like Gallery, but it's spelled real weird. Apparently, they do really banging budgets, like airbrushes. And my Badger Patriot is clogged the fuck up. Like it's doable, but I made a lot of my early mistakes on it. And apparently, these ones are like really like there was a flash sale, and they're really high quality as well for their price. I saw a couple of reviews for them. They look pretty banging. So in theory, I should just be able to start just like airbrush a lot of these guys, just like early bronze. But for today, just for my G-dubs tax, robust Grillman is whack. It's okay. It's okay. Robot Gorilla Man is doing great now that he is Asterion Moloch, chapter master of the Minotaurs. It's pretty great. But yeah, God, I think I at some point this year, my goal is at the bare minimum, I need to do at least one of the monsters in Kingdom Death. I'm still thinking the Gorm would be fun. I think I would really like to paint the Gorm. Oh, Batapel, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm paying my Space Marine tax. My Space Marine tax is where I take a Space Marine and I put one color on it, and then the G-Dubs lawyers can't come to my house. They cannot salt my fields and burn my crops. Talk shit about the Blue Man Group. That's totally valid. That's totally valid. It's I don't like it's fun if it stays in the cheeky banter range. It's once you start like I'm going to send death threats to your house and try to get you fired from your job, where it's like, oh, this is no longer cheeky banter. This is a crime. This is a crime. All right, there we go. This is a little different color than what I usually use because I've been using Warplock Bronze, and this is close enough. I'm gonna let you dry. And now let's actually get back to turnip stuff. I like Dino Custodian. Robot Gorilla Man demands you pay taxes. That is a thing he does do. So yeah, so this is a model this is actually the model that inspired me to paint my Turnip Legion the way I did. But so I need to go to YouTube. Let's keep playing music. But he has been sitting mostly unfinished. The guy who sculpted it is this dude. I literally based a whole army on this dude because it's a very, very cool. It's a very, very cool model. So yeah, let's get this guy finished off. It's very good. The idea what I want to do is he's so big that I actually want to run him as a root shrine. I want to print a big base and I need to get my 3D printer like back up and going because I want to make like a nice hard plastic big base. The idea, so he's pushed by these two dudes, right? And the idea is I want to make a like incline. Like I want it to look like they're pushing him uphill. And he is the root shrine mechanically because he's like barking orders and like technically helping the morale of his men. Which I think would be a fun way to do it. Yeah, like I said, this game's very flexible in lore, which is why I have another dude that acts as like a more typical Toff whenever I don't run the procession. When in theory, when I wouldn't run the procession of woe, I could be like, I'm going to use this guy instead. He's like the lieutenant. He's like the number 2. When the big man is not on the battlefield, he shows up to to give out orders and stuff. Yeah, he's got a bunch of these sacks in the back, so we're gonna get the sacks painted up. I think the general idea is I want to get to the point where I can glue him to the cart tonight. I don't know if that's going to be a feasible thing to do, but we're gonna fucking see. We're gonna fucking see. Also, hello, chat. I'm sorry, I did not say good morning. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm painting turnip stuff today after gluing together a pile of encrusting feet. The feet are beginning to harden, which is good because I do want to take some like texture paste and kind of like mush them in there. It's all good. Thank you for paying your tax and take it easy, Saval. I don't know what the soy tax is. I feel like that's a joke that I'm missing, but either way, thank you for stopping by. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Grubbo Grilly Man is Gonzino's girlfriend. I can never pronounce most Eldar names, which is funny because elf man on the internet. Exactly. I think Squid actually gifted me that game at one. I know I own that Turnip Boy commits tax evasion thing. Uh, I don't know if it's like a good game. Like I've seen people like I've seen the name around, and I know people get that gifted. But like I've also seen people get gifted like Shower with Your Dad Simulator. So like just because it's a common thing to gift doesn't mean it's a good game. So I have no idea. Yevrain, thank you. Much appreciate Yevrain. Is it actually good? Gotcha. We'll see. I don't know when that's gonna go on the docket. I'm still doing pretty good on Deus Ex. I've been enjoying the fuck out of Deus Ex. That'll be continued to be a game that I'll enjoy the ever loving fuck out of. I don't know what I want to do after that. Part of my brain feels like I should probably finally make a artist pursuit of trying to finish what's it called? Really get a good start and finish on Disco Elysium. There we go. I feel like that's another one. Like every now and then I'll mention a game and like you guys will have like a very like ooh reaction to it. I'm like that probably shows that I'm on the right track. That probably shows I'm on the right track. And I think I do also want to play Disco Elysium at some point. I played it a little bit in the past. Like I'm pretty sure I was still a Vroid when I last played it. Like it was definitely before the deluxe version, which I think added voice acting. I don't know if I'm gonna do voice acting or if I will like I don't know if I'm gonna leave that option on if I'm gonna do it myself. Kind of long and slow. That is the debate though. That's the debate of whether I want to continue to do long RPG strings or not. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I'm still very wishy-washy on like. So it's funny because like when it comes to like this, Nailed it. I have my niche locked down really good. Whenever it comes to like, what the fuck do I do for video games? I don't know. I always get like, I like long, kind of drawn out RPGs personally, but I know as a viewer those are hell. Not that people don't like those as games, but like if you come in like halfway through and you have no idea, I think at the very least Disco Elysium is like relatively well known enough that someone could be like, "Oh, you're at this part. Fuck yeah, let's go. Let's see what weird guys. Let's see what weird elf guy's gonna do." Oh, I mean, the thing is, I do like me some. I like me some artsy dialogue. I'm gonna be real. Whenever somebody's like, "This thing is pretentious," I I'm more inclined to check it out. Not that I'm like a pretentious person. I like it when I don't know. I find that whenever something's labeled earnest, like pretentious, there's like a level of like earnestly trying to do something that some people just like to write off. And it's like I don't care if the dialogue's pretentious. I want to see what your thoughts are going. Like where are you going with this? Where are you going with this? RPGs are cool. I do like me RPGs. It's just that I'm how you doing, Nitrous? It's me, the most pretentious man. I guess I do have a little bit of RPG pretension. I'm not gonna lie. Because I do avoid D&D 5th edition and a bunch of other stuff. I'm okay with flowery dialogue too, as long as it's not like Eye of Argon levels of flowery dialogue. Which, to be fair, nothing is. Nothing else is like Eye of Argon. That game is one of the most games of all time. Is it? Is it I know that name Sengoku, but that's the one with the dude as a horse with handlebars, right? That's a thing. Avoid. The thing is, it's not. It's really not. Unfortunately, I wish it was more common. I wish it was more common of a belief, but like no, the vast majority of people are totally who like when it comes to tabletop players, they are very content with just vanilla D&D 5th edition. And if they feel like adventuring out, they still are like, I don't like D&D. I would like to do a cyberpunk game. But what if that cyberpunk game was still ran with the D&D 5th edition setup? Yeah, I I don't know. I still see like people like people who should know better gun really hard for 5th edition in like a positive way. And I'm like, man, that's not it's not healthy to keep that going, but whatever. Use the 6 swords. Fuck yeah, let's go. Well, there's like stuff where the guy who's like, hey, I for like people were like, why do you like using D&D 5th edition for games that aren't super combat heavy? And it's like, well, I like using that because I usually just freeform all my social roles and I like having a system that does all the combat stuff for you. I'm like, I don't I don't I don't like that argument because your system really determines what tools you give your players, and you're giving your players a series of tools that are mostly for combat. Just me down a rabbit hole for Toon though. Oh yeah, I mean Toon's a very cool game. Toon is like the thing is what Toon is trying to do. There's not a lot of games that try to accomplish that similar thing. So I think at the very least, like I think Toon is a very good suggestion for that. Yeah, so the funny thing is some of the OSR stuff can get really pretentious, in 2 different ways. There are some people that like, how like the true art form of role playing game. Oh, I need to do the correct voice. I'm sorry. The true like role playing games are obviously always in a dungeon. You always roll 3d6 down the line. You have to use a module that's written by someone else, and if not, you're doing gay baby story time. Bullshit. Does this have a narrative mechanic? Not true role playing game. There's that. Sometimes you do get that kind of person, but also like I do like when OSR gets very wild and esoteric, like when you're getting to um Patrick Stewart's like Veins of the Earth, or like there's a lot of like OSR stuff that gets into really trippy territory that I think is really, really neat. But then there's also a lot of people that are like, if it's not me and a bunch of my dipshit friends in a dungeon, that's not true role playing. Uh I did not see that. I think that you mentioned that yesterday. I think that would totally work. I mean, the main, especially for bastards, their main trait is just being cavalry, and I think as long as you could like justify it being cavalry, you're good to go. And having a slug lower body would easily um sell that. So I think I'm actually gonna repaint over the Baron. Like so this is how I originally tried to do the weird skin for this army, but now that I've been using this like fucked up pink instead, like the kind of mixing pink and flesh tones, like the Screamer pink equivalent, I'm just gonna like kind of re-go over this. Actually, this might be thin enough that I don't know if it's gonna do like a major tone change or not. Eh, I could just mix up some more. I might have to wait for the Baron to dry before I get back into the shit. There we go. A cosplay each session. The thing is like that the stereotype of everyone cosplaying for the game would be rad, but I've never seen it outside of like a convention. Like that's a thing that I'm sure some groups do, and like if you're like I'm a person that streams, it's not that common, unfortunately. I think it'd be fun to do at least once. I've always thought cosplaying is neat, but like it's every time I've looked into it, like guys, my entire life is acquiring expensive hobbies, and I can't add cosplaying to that because then I'm gonna have to get into like sewing machines, and I've legitimately thought about doing something I was thinking about like at a magfest. I'm like, what would be like a cool cosplay I could do that's like practical for my true mimic form. And I was like, what about tokusatsu suits? And like that's a dangerous thought. That like the idea of like making homemade tokusatsu suits is an incredibly dangerous thought. Um Not in like I'm actually in danger, as in like that is a black hole abyss that I could get lost in forever. Forever. A never ending whirlpool of nonsense. Play the game normal way. Wait, what do you mean play the game normal way? No, I mean like doing like a full on effectively like a common rider style like HAL suit. Like I have some ideas in my brain of like how like the rough prototype is like how Carapace form, but I got some of the stuff for it. I got like cutting tools and glues, and airbrush is actually pretty baller for a thing I would need for that. But it's a lot. Cosplay out the mimic. Yeah, there we go. Just do henshin. Tokusatsu suits. Yeah, I think like it's something I think would be neat to make, but I also feel like that's a whole hobby in itself. In theory, yeah, I could 3D print a helmet. In theory, I could. Like I have the 3D printing capacity at home. All I would need to do is I would need to commission someone to do like the 3D model. And then a lot of the other stuff. Like what's it called? Like the fabric and like rubber and whatnot. I would have to do that in house, but like that's I feel like there's got to be some crafting overlap between those, you know? I could probably recycle some of my skills. Hello, Tin. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Wear the cloak. Yeah, I think having the cloak would be fun at least once. As a mostly GM all over my life, um, I have been very I don't know. I like the idea of having a big spooky cloak, but I have not actually done anything with. Oh fuck! I should mention some updates. I should mention some updates for games. Um, the Changeling one is back on track. I'm getting all the players to reschedule the character creation session, so that should be happening. Also, there is a Lancer group that's being put together now. I got a couple of people for that. I need to get a date set up for running them through character creation as well, which is really baller. So yeah, games should be manifesting soonish in the near future. I'm very excited. Also, KK, it me. Thank you for the follow. Come to the workshop. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited for it's been since May of last year since I last ran Lancer. So I'm very excited. Your personal thing. This is someone's cost. Oh, okay. So like I get like default spandex and maybe style it or like get someone else to do it, and then I feel like the foam would be the fun part though. I don't know. I do know a VTuber head who has made his own tokusatsu armor before. So I do have somebody I could reach out to, be like, yo, Caleb, how the fuck do I do this? Maybe I'll give him a ring one of these days. Be like, yo, how do I make this? Also, I did not give this wood some like proper metallics. Trying to get this, like I said, I'm trying to get this wagon like basically like jazzed up and ready to party before I glue the Baron back on. There we go. But yeah, that might be fun. I would need to once again though, my never-ending hobby quest is a fucking nightmare. Especially for like minis and stuff like that. Oh, I can finally show you guys now. This is not like a big cool reveal thing. I think I mentioned before that like my local shop was selling some of the Game of Thrones minis for cheap. I got some of them next to me right now. I was actually kind of surprised. Like I mean, mind you, the set I got was discounted heavily. The quality's like reasonably good. Like this is from the Stark box. I got like the Stark versus Lannister box. This is like Uthar, a big fuck sword. I know very little about Game of Thrones. I was a secondary at best when the show aired. Well, like I think the idea, like the models are pretty nice. The starter box I have, like, let's see. The starter box has like Rob Stark and the Caitlyn Stark and Sansa and the Wolf and like a bunch of just like these are Stark dudes. They're Stark. They're the Stark guys, the Stark boys, the Stark lads. They go and do lad stuff, you know. Yeah, we got Tony Stark that survive. I think the game is just like takes place in like a canonless void where like basically if it was in the universe at one point. So technically you could rock him as the leader of your army and try to like rewrite the setting, I guess. It's it's actually a really cool system though. Like I can see why people are really jazzed in stark contrast. Hey, especially if I did them in contrast paint, that would be fun. Um I can actually see why people were really jazzed for like the mechanics of this game. The game is really cool. So it's basically like I go, you go, rank and flank. But in addition to that, you have a hand of tactics cards that depend on your faction and also your leader. Your leader provides 6 cards and your faction provides the other 14. And you have a hand of usually 3. And you can play those to fuck with the field. And it's not like a trading card game. Like you know all the cards that are going to be in your deck. And you don't need to like open them for packs or shit. And then while that is going on, and you're doing like, I move my dudes, I do a thing. You can also, there's a board that's off to the side representing politics. And there's 5 political points you can capture with like schemy type people, like, you know, like the Tyrion Lannister, like the spider guy, little finger, big finger, medium finger, just right finger. Anyway, sorry, that's the stupidest joke of all time. But basically what you do is you get them on the board and you can be like, I'm capturing the crown. And the crown will like give you a specific benefit that's listed on that space. And you can move around during the course of the game to affect that. And I'm like, that's neat design. That's really neat design. And then certain characters get bonuses for capturing stuff. I've not played Axis and Allies, but maybe something like that. And all of the actual units themselves are pretty nice. Like infantry is basically here I have an idea. So here's like an infantry tray. Let me zoom out real quick. So here's an infantry tray. When you basically have like an attack value when you have all of them. You have an attack value when you lose the back row, and then you have a different attack value when you lose all these. So like the more dudes die, the less attacks you get. They basically move as like one coherent brick the entire game. And then like the units will have a special ability, and if they're being led by a cool commander dude, they'll get some extra abilities. It's really neat. It does have like a lot of like maybe card game moving bits, but stuff that I think is neat. Oh god. Those bases, like those trays need to be magnetized like super bad. Makes you want cookies. You should get cookies. How you doing, Vagoth? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Then start fighting Richard Sharp. I'm sure this. I guess technically, in theory, you could just find like I don't know. The thing is to be like happens every time they make a Song of Fire and Ice licensed stuff. What they always do is they make all the characters based on the books. So like Tyrion Lannister in the game has like what I can describe as like a circular haircut. Like straight up the motherfucker has like round, like a perfectly round blonde bowling ball of hair. And I'm like, oh God, that looks he looks crazy. Like it's like a bowl cut implies like, you know, like an oval shape. This is like, hold on. Let me see if I can find, let's see. Uh Tyrion Lannister tactics card. I think if I can get a picture of the card, I can see I can show you. There we go. Okay, this is can I get a higher res version of this? Oh god, Facebook oh god, the resolution, come on. Are there no scans of the oh, there we go. This is better. Why is everything on Facebook like the smallest possible image size? There we go. All right. So I'm going to post a picture of what he looks like in the game. This is what Tyrion looks like. He's like a little, like I said, he's got like a perfectly round haircut. And I don't like it. Mind you, I forget the actor who plays him in the show. But that guy, I think that guy did a good job. He does look like an asshole hobbit. He looks like in Hobbiton, he would be the guy that like would wait for you to get drunk. Peter Dinklage, thank you. He looks like the guy in Hobbiton that would wait for you to get like totally fucking drunk and then charge you like a ludicrous amount on your tab and fees. Like he just seems like a real bastard for the. I mean, I know the character is kind of like a dick face in the. He's like a lovable bastard. I don't know. This one's got like real creepy vibes. All right, I'm mixing some more of the flesh purple. There we go. Let's get a little bit more of that flesh purple on there. I'm gonna use this for a couple of bits. So I'm gonna just really get that on there. But yeah, it's a lot of the other ones like basically look fine. Like I said, because it's whenever they make a like an RPG or anything that's not based off of like based on the books but not the show, which is a lot of Song of Fire and Ice media, they have to make like their own interpretations of the characters, which is fine. I get it. I totally get it. Usually they look fine, but every now and then you're like, oh, well, this is a choice. Also realize that these guys just have like fucking just bare. Oh god, why is this so watery? There we go. This is probably a little thicker than I'd like. I don't know if maybe like so. These are some of the earliest models I've 3D printed actually. So I do wonder if maybe like my choice of primer or whatever was like real jank as well. I give these guys like the fucking Pepto Bismol foot. Whatever. This is fine. This is fine. We'll layer it on like twice, and then we'll give them some like skin highlights. I typically don't paint a lot of bear skin. Ramsay Bolton conveys just how terrifying the character is. I could see what he looks like in the war game if you would like. Let's see. Let me get these incredibly like water like paint repellent feet ready to go. What's up, Curtis? How you doing? Welcome. All Alright, see, let me look up. Yeah, what do you mean how hands? You see my hands all the time. Alright, Ramsey Bolton, miniature. There we go. He's definitely in the game. Ooh. Ooh, he looks, oh, he looks real. Like, he looks way more of, like, a horrible, ugly bastard as opposed to, like, being a like, I recognize the actor that played Ramsay Bolton as, like, the guy from Misfits, so that always kind of threw me off. I was like, "That's like a" he played a very, like, timid dude in the Misfits. Very probably my favorite character in that. This is what he would suck. What do you mean would suck? Okay, here we go. I gotta dial back on the horny. Here you go. There you go. How do you feel about that? All right, Charlie. How do you feel about this version of Ramsay Bolton? He does he does look like a horrible critter. This is a feet stream. Yeah, he definitely looks like the kind of asshole that would do asshole things. So yeah. So yeah, like I said, I don't think like the designs on the war game are bad. I just think Tyrion's design is not as fun as I like. I don't know. I don't like it a whole lot, but it's like pretty minor in the grand scheme of things. He's really good as as a unit though. He basically does a thing in the game where it's like I said, you have 3 tactics cards in your hand at all times. And Tyrion's ability is like JK, you get 4 tactics cards in your hands at all times because he's extra schemy. Yeah. I mean, that's probably that thing too where like a lot of times when it comes to like shows or like this is a horrible, ugly character, they're like, we're gonna cast a hot actor. I think the worst case though is like whenever they do like true crime shows and it's like this like if you ever watch like a true crime documentary or like usually it's more like the movie adaptations. Usually the actual documentaries get them pretty well. Um what's it called? Whenever you see like a serial killer and they cast him as like a handsome actor, and then you actually look at the dude and you're like, oh no, you were you were a goblin man, and they cast like a reasonably attractive actor to play you. And I know that's just like Hollywood acting, you know. Like you like even in serial killer movies, a lot of times like they want the audience to like kind of relate to them, and a lot of times they do that by like, what if he was hot? Huh? Hmm. Do you feel bad for his mental anguish if he was sexy? And the answer is they're not wrong, because yeah, that do happen a lot. I got like I think this one I think he actually has like I think this one he actually has like a pant. There we go. Yeah, what a pretty cool. I mean, there's people. Listen, slasher fuckers are wild. Slasher fuckers are wild, wild people though. Like once you get to them, they do not care about like a lot of the appearance stuff. Like if you ever see, and this is not a diss. I'm just saying that like the person that wants to fuck like Jason from Friday the 13th at his most. Wait, is that Friday the 13th? I might be fucking my horror movie franchises. I don't want to get roasted. I think I'm right. Yeah, yeah, there we go. Jason from Friday the 13th. Um, when he's at his most zombie, some people are like, what it like ooh, he's like a gigantic zombie lug, and I want to kiss him on his zombie lips. There's a non-trivial number of people like that. And honestly, more power to them. Ghostface's secret. I don't know who Ghostface is off the top of my head. Is he the guy from Scream? Or am I totally blanking? Isn't there a rapper named Ghostface? I don't know. I on paper, this is gonna sound weird. Like I feel like on paper, man, okay, I'm 2 for 2 right now. I feel like I would love horror movies, like not that I hate them. I feel like in a different set of circumstances where, like, my family were big, like, into showing horror movies, I would be a horror movie dude. Like, I would be really, really, really into them. And, like, right now from from the outside, I think I would like a lot of stuff from horror movies. I like a certain level of camp. I do like gore in my movies every now and then. It's fun. Rapper sampled the Dr. Livesey music meme? Don't know. Oh, is that the one where, like, the I've never felt more like an old man than when I try to do that. Ghostface is a killer. See, look at me knowing things. Look at me being aware. Also, I think a lot of the water from my wet palette has begun to kind of seep back in, so I'm actually getting like, there we go. I'm getting like proper consistency for the. Excellent. How you doing, Quay? Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's it called? I'm painting the Baron, which is a model I've been meaning to paint for a hot fucking minute, and it's going pretty good. I'm giving them weird, sickly pink skin because I want to layer it up to kind of like more of a sick, pale pink, I guess. Discovering this pink has honestly changed my flesh game quite a bit. I mean, just use the song, why not? Ah, I gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. I know, like I said, I know very little about any part of that sentence, so you could basically say whatever, and be like, oh, cool, cool. San Andreas. Ah, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. What is I feel like San Andreas would be fun to play one of these days. I've only really ever played one GTA game before. So when I use my wet palette, it depends. Usually I'll add like a little bit more, but sometimes I do like it's mostly because every paint is like a little bit different for consistency. There's some paints I don't like. A lot of like the metallics I usually don't, and like you can kind of see like it kind of drips out on its own. Like I don't need to moisten that. Charlie, for context, this is going to give you a lot of context. I was a Nintendo babby for most of my life. My very first console was the N64, then I went to GameCube, then I went to Wii. I only picked up a PlayStation 1 in the middle of the Wii era, and then I eventually got a PS2 so I could play like Katamari and like a bunch of JRPGs like Disgaea and whatnot. I've never really been in the audience that would be like able and ready to play a Grand Theft Auto. If can I be honest, during the April Fool stream when I was fully transformed and out of my fucking gourd with shape-shifting power, that was the first Grand Theft Auto I have ever played. Like not like I've not played a single one prior to Grand Theft Auto 3, and even then barely like 2 hours of it. Barely, 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 barely. I do like Disgaea. I used to be a huge Nippon Ichi dude. Like, I kind of stopped playing them after a while. Like, they're not even counting like my usual, like I don't play games outside of streaming a lot these days. But like I used to play basically every Nippon Ichi game on release. There's a couple that I still need to get around to doing, like Soul Nomad and yeah, Soul Nomad pretty much. We got ad break. Let me get some drink. There we go. See, it's got good sense of humor. I also kind of like the idea that it has like very light RPG elements. I think that was a neat thing to do before like every game got light RPG elements. Yeah, I've never played a Saints Row game either. The closest I ever got growing up was my at the time stepbrother uh had a GameCube as well, but he was one of those people that did want to do like I want to play like all the mature games and all the shooters and whatnot. So he was desperate to play like a Grand Theft Auto, but he also only had a GameCube. Um, I don't think people realized like there's some people that get into really wild console wars and stuff like that. And a lot of your consoles you would get growing up were just like what was available and what was gifted to you. Like my first console was the Nintendo 64. Did I choose it? No. I just got one. Like I could have gotten a PlayStation and maybe that would have set my life on a different trajectory. It was entirely an arbitrary choice made by my adopted parents. Game that wasn't fixed for the real. Really? I would have assumed they would have fixed that. I guess now maybe it could be patched out with like a fan patch, but still, yeah. I mean, there's still people that get into big console wars, and that's the dumbest shit ever. I find nothing to be a bigger waste of brain cells or lack of brain cells than video game console warring. It's dumb, but yeah, no, but yeah, we had to play True Crime, which was effectively like a kind of like crime drama that was supposedly very GTA like, but also like it was GTA like at home. It was very bad. It was a very, very bad game. All right, now that I got enough extra, I should be able to actually properly coat the Baron with like this like purpley color that I want. Turnip28 for life. Yeah, I understand that there's some games for the PS5, but I feel like I cannot think of which ones are like exclusive at this point. Hey, there we go. Now I can kind of build up that like weird kind of weird texture not texture nonsense. That kind of weird kind of like the pink bring more pink to the fucked up turnip man. Oh, not the consoles. Ah, gotcha. But yeah, I don't know. I used to get at least one current gen console, but like I basically slept on this gen because I just don't play them anymore. Take the console wars seriously. I oh yeah, I kind of forgot that like Neptunia is a franchise I wanted to like. Like it was when I was at my most weeby, I was like, I'm ready for this. I feel like this is going to be a game I will enjoy, and I could not, mind you, this is the very first Neptunia. There's been like a rebirth version or whatever that's apparently much better. Um, I would not know. That's like part of the model, or is this just like a weird 3D printing error from like earlier, a long time ago? I don't know. Fuck, am I gonna let you dry? Such a I'm sure there's a game out there that does capture that, like some I feel like it's probably some like fan game or something like that. The Super Mario Wars. That yeah, that feels like a fucking like Newgrounds game where it's like you got to choose between like Master Chief, Mario with a gun or like Kratos and you got to kill all the other ones. That definitely feels like a very Newgrounds experience. Let's see. A specific guide that highlights. Not necessarily. I know if you're, like, looking for, like, really quick beginner highlights, a lot of very good, like there is a guy named Artist Opus who does a lot of, what's it called? Like, dry brushing tutorials that are, like, really, really good. I know dry brushing has kind of a weird bad rap for, like, this is a technique you outgrow, but, like, I see some, like, real pro painters still use that for, like, some of their stuff. That might be a good way to do it. A lot of my dry brushing not dry brushing, a lot of my highlighting is just kind of, like, muscle memory and just, like, playing around and seeing what I get. I wish I had, like, a more concrete example. I guess depends on, like, what specifics are you having issues with. Maybe I can work backwards from there, um, for doing something like that. Like this, I'm probably gonna actually legitimately dry brush a lot of this model, but that's also because this is just a filthy dirt wagon. Oh, I actually gotta get, like, the brown side of there. I also think I need to make these debate if I wanna make these spokes, uh metal or not. I've gone back and forth a couple of times. See, I can fix that though. That's easy peasy. There we go. But yeah. I know other than that, I'm trying to think of like what would be a good tutorial example for something like that. I know Squidmar has a lot of like highlighting stuff, but like I don't know. Is there's a there's this one guy I actually really like for uh like like miniature tutorial stuff. Let me see if I can find him. Let me see. There we go. This guy. There we go. This guy's name Marco Frazzoni. He does some like really banging tutorials. There we go. Here we go. Strong recommend on this guy. I don't think this guy is like needs me to shill him because he's way bigger than the fuck that I am. Very cool guy though. I do like a lot of his stuff quite a bit. Like he does a lot of like he technically has like a lot of like oil stuff on there as well, but there's just like a lot of general just like really good painting advice and like how to do highlights and colors and stuff like that. Oh, Blanc, how you doing? Time to redesign the truck. It do be like that sometimes. Where's the hobby? Ah, there we go. I mean, if you are out of the hobby for like 20 years and you're getting back in, a lot of that will just be like effectively you just gotta get back in the saddle and paint a bunch of stuff. Like about how many models have you done recently since you got back in? Like some of it legitimately might just be like just like bulk, like you just need to do a lot more. And I don't mean that in like you must paint everything now to have an opinion. I mean more just like it'll come in time. Don't worry about it. In brush. It's your Eldar that's gotten jack shit. What? None. Oh no, I'm just we're talking about just like getting back into the hobby for mini painting. Nothing about like new model quality 9. Oh, okay, you're still very early back in the game. Okay, yeah. I wouldn't worry too much. I wouldn't worry too much. Just keep a lot of this time is you're going to be identifying what you're good at, what you're what's it called? Like what you're good at, what you are like need to work on, what you like to do even. Ah, bots, fuck off. Of uh-oh. Okay, I was a little worried for a second there. Uh-oh. Oh no. I see we are going to have to whack-a-mole them today. Excellent. Listen, I may not be paying hell divers, but I will destroy a bot if I have to. Burn them all. Oh yeah, I did get that 3D printed Helldiver thing, but I left that in another room, so I cannot show all of you. Did I leave it in another room? I feel like I did. I might have left that by my 3D printing station. I need to pick up a bunch of models. So that around there. I've had some miniatures accumulate by my 3D printer that I need to like take back into my house and be like, ah yes. Time to do shit now. Oh, Super Earth. There we go. We must destroy the abominable intelligences. Okay, I'm going back in this wheel. I'm going to touch it up a bit. I'm also probably realistically, I am going to put the funny, sad thing about the whole. So, like, for people who are not super Twitter minded and like, don't feel bad. That's just you're doing better. Um, there recently have been a bunch of bots that are like nudes in bio, but now these bots have reached a point. Well, they'll just post a whole ass naked woman in your replies. Like you could be like, "Oh, I went to the local cafe and I got some toast and I really like the toast they got there." And then someone will just like, "I have a whole ass naked woman," and just be like, "Go to my bio for more pics." And like, Jesus Christ. That's how you how you doing, Flaming? Welcome. How you doing? How you doing? We're talking about Twitter bots and how they are certainly a thing. Bit on this wheel. I'll probably have to go over to Rim again. Also, just like little interior bit that I don't fully understand how that's supposed to work. Cheap, cheap leaf blowers at Lowe's. Ooh, I need to get me some mulch at my local hardware store. That's the big outdoor lawn purchase I need to get soonish. I don't know if I need a leaf blower though. A rough little bit of metal around there. In bio. Yeah, they never leave. They never leave. One Asian oh, yeah. I have at least 3 quote unquote Japanese mommies in my Twitter DMs at all times. They're all bots. They are all absolutely bots. They're like, "Hey, you should go here." About to say, I have not seen those bots yet. No, the ones I'm talking about, at the least at the moment, are the ones that are like, they used to be like pussy in bio, and now they're just like posting legitimate pornography. The YouTube comments, okay. I've been very lucky so far in my YouTube comments. They have been very nice. People have been very nice, and they'll be like, "What parts did you use?" And I'll be like, "I use these parts," and they're like, "Thank you." Like, no, no, no problem, no problem. But on this, like I said, I'm probably gonna gunk this up super heavy later. Shit, you're speaking in calcul 7 vaginas in bio. Maybe more. I love that. Anytime someone says anything in like a very specific increment, I always refer to like the maybe more bit, and I'm like, oh god, my brain has been pre-programmed just to say certain phrases, just kind of out of the blue. I'm ruined. Get a little bit more of the wood color around this one, and then I might just do very dry brush. You son of a bitch! I'm hell yeah. There we go. Shake. Is he self-aware? No, not at all. Um, my divine light has been severed. I am now a mini painter. It's like I'm a bundle of neurons that are just painting. Whatever the fuck that goes. It's been a while since I played Cruelty Squad. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. All right, we're gonna let that dry, and I'm gonna do a very incredibly lazy dry brush on this. I think what I'm gonna do. I think the place I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take my usual favorite. A lot of times I like to dry brush with like just like a bunch like just buff. It's just kind of like a brown, white, cream kind of color, and it works good for what I want. All right, you lad, and you lad, both of them need stuff going on. Let's get you. I think originally I painted these one color, but they need to be two. So let's paint their pants. It's making it's the thing is like for me it's like intro. I've been on the internet since I've been was 17. And you would be like, "Oh, that's not that long, Hal." But you got to remember, I'm going to be 34 this year, so over half my life has been terminally online. Arguably, I've been on the internet even probably. When did I get on? When was I stealing? Well, not stealing. They were given away for free, so by definition, I could not steal them. Maybe even closer to like 13 or 14. I can't remember the exact age range, but it was definitely like I've been. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I was on Newgrounds quite a bit during its heyday. Playing all sorts of games like Alien Hominid and Frank's Adventure and other fine titles. If their brain split. I haven't quite heard that. Usually I'll hear stuff like the guy that got like a fucking like railroad spike through his brain and somehow managed to be totally fine. Every time I say that, I usually get the like "fuck yeah, let's go" response. It's a very specific shared memory for a very specific age group. But by God, if you were there during that, the era when if you wanted to find lewds on the internet, what you had to do is you would have to go to Newgrounds, and you'd have to play a game that required a lot of trivia and or memorization. A lot of writing down information so you could see spicy anime pics that were definitely stolen from another game, like 100%. Something like that, yeah. The brain damage to catch up to him. Oh, that's about I mean, yeah, the brain is a very fragile thing. There's always so like that something that's really troubling is what's it called? What's it called? There was that this was a wild era. There was a what's it called? I have entirely lost track. Oh, fuck. Okay, now I remember what I was saying. So a very common denominator in serial killers, this is fun. Yay, true crime. Um, is a brain injury. So it's like a lot of serial killers were like, he was a very normal boy. And then one day he got a bump on his head, and then now he's like skinning people's bodies and fucking the corpses in his basement. I'm like, oh God. I think you don't see that as much now because like advances in healthcare have gone pretty good. There's also the lead theory. How you doing, Salt? How you doing? Generically stable part of the body capable of living on for 1,000 years. That's a very AdMech thing to say. What's up, man? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sucker take for Amanda's words. Yo, let's go. I'm working on some Turnip28 stuff. Technically, I did like one layer of paint for a Minotaur, but that's for later. That's my G-dubs tax. Had to raid me earlier. Weird. Twitch is like that sometimes. That's unfortunate. That's all good though. It's all good. A little more creative. Yeah. Yeah. But there's also like the lead gas theory too, where there used to be a lot more lead in our gasoline and it made a lot of people incredibly aggressive. Like basically made them dumb and aggressive. And typically a lot of times in history when you notice a lot of lead consumption, you see that kind of spike. Like so certain periods of the Roman Empire were like, ooh, I love me some lead pipes. You know what we should build next? Gladiatorial arenas. Yeah, I heard about the lunchable lead thing as well. Which it's like, oh, that's not good. That's not good. Because dementia is a thing. About the brain being sturdy, or you mean about the lead thing? I think the lead thing is pretty well documented. There's a reason why there's just not lead in our gasoline much anymore. Yeah, I don't like it. I ate quite a lot of those. So for the lead Lunchables, I don't know about this story. Is this about lead Lunchables now? Like, did they test them now, or they said that like, oh yeah, when you were growing up, all those Lunchables had lead in them. Ah, the brain thing. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. That's because like I didn't get a whole lot of Lunchables growing up. For my family, Lunchables were like a what's it called? What's it called? It was recent. Oh, that's fun. On the lead oil gas somewhere. Oh, I'd believe it. Because like growing up, Lunchables were always a rare treat for like field trips. Because usually my family would just like, make lunch, and it was like basically the typical like peanut butter and jelly sandwich and like a banana kind of dealio. Maybe like a little Rice Krispie treat if they're feeling spicy. So I didn't have a huge amount of Lunchables, but my brain is wired to think of those as like field trip food. Like, oh yeah, we were going somewhere else, and like everybody was going to be eating Lunchables. So like as to be fashionable with my peers, I would get packed a Lunchable and I'd be like, ooh, shitty pizza. Ooh, I like this. Ironically, I think like actually I would never get the pizza Lunchables. I'm gonna be real. Even as a child, I realized that the pizza Lunchables were a fucking scam. Like, give me the cracker ones. Those ones were good. It's hard to fuck up like what is effectively like for like the kids for babies first charcuterie board. But the pizza Lunchables were just like, would you want shitty tomato sauce on a cracker? Like, no, those were bad. You only ate the sauce, just like are you just like pour it directly in your mouth, like, oh, give me the sauce. They crave the sauce. I guess it'd be like that. Grab some. All right, we're gonna do the dry brush. Yippee! Oh, hold on. There's a tiny little bit of metal I want to hit up. I don't know if I need to do the. Oh fuck! This is not one of my metal brushes. I have distinctly brushes that I use for only metallics, and I have brushes that I use for whatever, and I try not to let them touch. Though I'm very excited. Through my wonderful sponsor, Collectible Squids. Recently he put in a big order for some Kolinsky Sable brushes. So I should be getting some of those coming in the mail shortly. I'm very excited. When are they arriving? I have it pulled up somewhere on the UPS or the UPS. Thursday. I should be getting those next Thursday. I'm very excited. I think it's just because digging's fun. Father, please, Lunchables have not been the same since they removed the lead. Father. I unironically used to do the thing where my family would go to the beach. Well, can I say beach with like air quotes? Because I'm gonna be real, my local beach was a lake reservoir. So like it's what's it called? So like it had sand, but it wasn't like white pristine sand. It was like, oh, this is finally gravel. Yeah, like a freshwater beach. I would still dig. I would dig to the point where like I was hitting like hard to move like basically dirt after a certain point. Yeah. I'll be all right about it. Oh yeah, no, people do yeah, people do a lot of heinous shit for money and it makes me very sad, but like it's like out of my it's like it's out of my control. It's fucked though. It is do be fucked. Lake beaches are just also beaches. Justice for lakes. I mean, I listen, I loved the lake beach growing up, but there is a certain luster to a proper like beach with like, you know, the salt water and the fish. The lake beach is the white trash beach. Like it was definitely we were maximum white trashing at that beach. And by God, I mean, I had fun. Like I said, I got to do my incredibly autistic hole digging at the white trash beach, but like I knew we all knew like this is the hick beach because we live in a landlocked state at the time. This is fine. This is fine. How much sawdust can I put? Oh yeah. Or like there's that thing where it's like there's a certain amount of insect parts per like amount of candy bar you're allowed to sell. So like everybody is eating the bugs all the time, more or less, which is fun. Also, I'm using I think initially I was using a dimmer red for this, and I'm moving up to this brighter red, and I think it looks way the fuck better up on there. But yeah, no, there's a lot of like how much of dangerous chemical we can put into food for as long as possible, which is a bummer. Jersey Shore, so it's like a ocean is my trash. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I guess once you're attached to Jersey and you see water coming out of it, you'd be like, "Oh, yeah. Yeah, the bar has been lowered." How the food standards. I assume they're great and all of you ate wonderfully and it made everybody grow up big and strong and everyone had a good time. And they're definitely not putting like, I don't know, like sawdust in the in the hamburger. I don't know. I like to think good, but I think phrasing it like that makes me feel like there's gonna be a world of horror coming. I also got this like belt that I don't know what color I want the belt to be. I need to figure out some of the coloration for the rest of these little chumpo dudes. Still have bone problems. Oh god, I'm very sorry. That sounds fucking rough. It's true, but only because I had parasites. Oh god, so the tapeworm diet was real. I mean, I guess some people did legitimately do the like, I'm gonna eat a tapeworm so that the little worm will live in my guts and keep me thin. And it turns out it's just depriving you of the nutrition you need to be like, you know, healthy and like metabolize stuff, you know, fun factors. I don't think it was like super common, but I have heard that that was a thing some people in the past have done for like I am going to parasite my way to a slim waist, which is just kind of funny how that'd be like a bud. Get a little bit on there as well. AKP, yeah, not good, not good. I'm sure it's probably is an urban legend. I feel like somebody has had to have done it. Somebody's had to have done it at least once. I don't know. I would love to find out that this is just like an urban legend I heard growing up and that nobody ever did that. Every now and then, every now and then I'll hear like stuff that like I took for granted. Like I'm still sad about the Komodo dragon urban legend. For people who do not know, I grew up with what was considered to be, I don't know if actually this is an urban legend or just like misinterpreted scientific fact. The story I was told growing up is that Komodo dragons were not venom, like not poisonous, but actually they were just, their mouth was so full of terrible, terrible bacteria that whenever they would bite you, you would just slowly die of just like septic shock, and they would just kind of waddle after you and then eventually just eat your remains. Um, Turns out, no, that's bullshit. It's just legitimately poison. They just got poisoned like everything else. Yeah, and then for many, like I still believe that, I still personally feel like the Komodo dragon is probably my favorite animal, like real animal, like animal that exists and is not like a cryptid. Like this is one that you could theoretically go see. I love it. I love the Komodo dragon. They're big lizards. They look cool. They fuck cameras. Like they're basically everything you would want in a reptile. As a dude who loves reptiles, like they are like a lot of times when people, when like animals are named after like mythological stuff, you're like that doesn't really live up to it. But like Komodo dragons are proper. Like I think they earned the dragon moniker. You know. Hello, Rustin. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Crocs and gators are also really cool, though. I do like me a good crocodile and a good gator. I like me a big lizard. What can I say? Dog is best out. I do like dogs, but like I am, and like I would rather a dog than a lot of reptiles. But I love my snake nanners to pieces. But I don't know. It's like when I say I like dogs, but I kind of like, my brain is like, yeah, everybody likes dogs. So how you doing? Chuck, Cho, and hello, Krogaro. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Spawn and mate of a breed. Oh yeah, it's like there's like a couple of lizards that do that like asexual like reproduction kind of dealio. That's kind of neat. Ooh, fuck yeah! Let's get to the Nanners fan club. Yeah, no, dolphins are terrible. Dolphins are terrible monsters. But well, you know what's not a terrible monster? My snake. Oh, why is my Steam Deck not working for the Nanners fan club? That's not good. Do any of these work? I wonder if my Steam Deck and OBS fell out of sync. That's not great. I can do it manual style. Whippy! Don't worry. Don't worry. So everybody, this is my wonderful snake Nanners. She is a very good snake. She is very, very cute. She is currently still basically kind of like getting a father the forbidden lunchable sauce. No, I will never feed my sweet, sweet snake stuff like that. Why is OBS out of sync with my Steam Deck? Weird. I'll have to unfuck that later. But yeah. For people who do not know, this is my wonderful snake, and she's very, very cute. Oh fuck, I didn't hit enter on the YouTube side. Oh, hello, Lamau. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, is it too long? Is the link might be too long for YouTube? Hold on. There we go. That's my snake. She's very, very good. And yeah, get you added. Let me get you added to the fan club. Let's get you added to the fan club. How you doing? How you doing, Lamau? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. It's Lord Coven. Welcome to the freshman year of the official Nanners fan club. Yay! I have to manually do the paint move. I happen to know my snake's favorite flavor of Pop Tart. She barely eats rats, and that's technically what she's supposed to eat. Snakes are so funny. Like I don't know. I cannot imagine like Nanners. There's some days where Nanners is like, I have one type of prey. Wait, are you freshman twice? Hold on, fuck. Did I misread that? Oh fuck, you're a junior. No, okay, God, hold on. Let me fix that. My bad. I totally misread that. I'm very, very sorry. She is that's a video. I do not have a Nanners cam. Oh no, I totally fucked that up. I do not have a Nanners cam. She is real though. She is my real snake. She lives in my bedroom. Because I keep her in my bedroom because specifically when it gets cold, I figure she's in my bedroom, I can keep the heater on and that way she won't freeze. But yeah, these are videos of her I've recorded. So there we go. So yeah, sorry, Lord Calvin. Welcome to the junior year of the official Nanners fan club. Yeah, let's go. I thought about doing a Nanners cam, but the thing is, once again, I love my snake to pieces. She is my joy, and I love her. And if anyone did anything to her, I would come for them. I'll fix that later. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But like, if I got a Nanners cam, you know what you would see on the Nanners cam? A log. You would see a log 90% of the time. And every now and then you would see her maybe like creep over to her water and go like, bleh, bleh, bleh. Take a little drink, and she'd creep back under her log. Sometimes she likes to like stay like outside the log. She doesn't have a like, I love her, and this is not her fault. She is a snake. So like, her brain was wired a certain way. She has no concept for transparent plastic or glass. And like, why would she? She's mostly a kind of predator that goes about on smell. So like, she'll be like, every now and then she gets like, when she's hungry, she'll kind of move around the cage a lot. She's just like, oh, I'm gonna go over here. Oh, nope, can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do. Okay, okay. How about I do it again? Nope, still not. How about again? Nope, still not. Okay, how about not this time? What about over here? Nope. Like, the funny thing is, she doesn't really like bonk. Now, what the noise that Nanners does make is every now and then I have her. She has like a little like, she's got a lot of like rocks and branches and stuff for her to sit around on. Every now and then she will fall off or like knock it over in the middle of the night. I'll just be like, time to go to bed. Thunk. I'm like, what the fuck? And I look over, and Nanners is just totally fine. Like, snakes are basically indestructible when it comes to like I'm not. She's not getting like yeeted everywhere, but like a small fall like that is nothing. She does not register it. I'm like, oh, thank God you're okay. Like the OnlyFans account. It's like, no. Nanners is not entering any part of me ever again. She bit me once is when I was making that joke, but that was my fault. Early on in having her, I tried to wiggle a rat at her and she missed. And I was like, okay, usually when she would miss the rat, I would try to reposition it. That time, like I would pull it away and I'd put it back in. That time she was like, motherfucker's trying to take my rat. We'll see how this goes. And she snapped at me and she drew blood. And it was fine. Like, it didn't hurt. I was just like, oh, this isn't good. Because it did bruise up a lot. I had like a bunch of little tiny bruises. And I was like, oh, that's not ideal. And then I was just like, okay, they're like, what do you do if you do that? Just like keep it clean. And if it gets infected or inflamed, just go to your doctor. I'm like, okay, cool. I can do that. There we go. I'm touching up the little radish bits a little bit. So yeah, being a snake owner, it's like, it's pretty chill. I'm not gonna lie. Like, once again, having a snake is pretty chill. Hello, Theo. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Talk about my snake. My actual snake, like my pet snake, Nanners. If anyone does not know me, I am Halbernut the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Game Variety. And here's some minis I worked on recently. By recently, it's like been a while, but hey, we got Sarah and Moloch. Oh, how's Rogue Trader treating you? Fuck yeah, let's go. How far are you? That's a game that I was like, this is gonna take forever for me to stream, so I was like, I'll play it off stream, and then he did not play it off stream. I need to get back into it's like that and Baldur's Gate 3 that I want to get back into on my own time. But now if I got my own time, I'm working on rats. I have been slowly working on 31 Plague Monks. Dear God, that has been a lot. You're in chapter 2 now. Nice. Hell yeah. Well, a little bit on here. There we go. Just get like a little bit on this. Oh, Blister. Also, oh shit, did I get YouTube rated. Oh, fuck yeah, this is my first time. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hello, Coco. Hello, Focal. Hello, Blister. Hello, Ambassador of the Bread. Hello, Plengus, Farley, Pikachu, Envying Golem, and everyone else. Yay, it's me, the Pretty Elf. How you doing? I'm multi-streaming right now, so I'm getting used to the kind of back and forth. But hello, everyone. If you do not know me, I am Halbernut the Mimic Elf, miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety. And hello, Mayray. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? And hello, Scar. Let me check. Let's see. I've been on YouTube for a little bit for like multi-stream thing, but I've never actually what's it called? I forgot that you could get rated on there. Which is neat. But how's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Like I said, I'm Halbernut the Mimic Elf, miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety. I don't know how to shout you out on YouTube. May, could you post your link in YouTube so I can check it out for later? That would be most appreciated. I am currently painting some stuff for Turnip28. Here's my lad, the Baron. He is getting slowly put together. And Blister, thank you for the follow and welcome to the workshop. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully whatever you're doing on stream was fun. I'm also working on I let my viewers make a Turnip28 faction for me. And they decide to do ones that go around cutting off feet. So here's the pile of feet that the leader stands on. You know, as one does. It's because I accidentally printed these feet too big, so I just decided to make them a scenic pile. Oh yeah, it's like, yeah, that's my Snake Nanners. She is a very good ball python. I've had her for many, many years. Yeah, maybe push go. And be doing extra stream must go. That's all good, Matthew. Have yourself a good night. Take it easy, yo. Have I done any Warhammer stuff? Oh boy, howdy, have I. Oh boy, howdy, have I. I am, let's see. Copy paste that. There we go. I'll use. Oh, I need to figure out how to do YouTube rates. I forgot that's a thing I can do, and I need to start setting up for that as well. But yeah, I am if you would like to see my Instagram, I believe my Instagram is on here as well. If you go to my links, they could take a little bit. But yeah, I do let's see. Yeah, so here's some of them. I do Death Guard, I do Chaos Knights, I do Minotaurs. You can see my Asterian Moloch conversion, which is made out of a rowboat girly man. Hello, Mittens. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? I also do a little bit of Middle Earth strategy battle game. I'm getting into it. I want to try more. I got some. I like Turnip. I just got some stuff for the A Song of Fire and Ice War game, which looks pretty cool. I don't know when I'm gonna get around to painting these motherfuckers. Another touch of Oblivion. Fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, Malifaux. Let's go. Age of Sigmar is cool too. I do like Malifaux. But yeah, there we go. There we go. That's a lot of stuff. Yeah, feet. The idea for the turnip, what's it called? The turnip dudes are they think sin is stored in the foot, so they're going to want to cut them off. You can thank all my wonderful viewers for that idea. I don't have the patience to paint them. See, I find painting super relaxing, but I can understand why. What's up, Grind? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I am. I also worked a little bit. So I'm streaming on Twitch on the Warhammer category. So as Repentance, I did one base coat of the Space Marine. So that way, Games Workshop ninjas will not strike me dead in the middle of the night. But yeah, if you guys like people who mini paint, I do this every Wednesday and Sunday usually. Called Heldorado. Oh shit! I've seen Heldorado. Or at least I'm aware of Heldorado. I have not actually got to paint any myself, but they seem really cool from what I remember. Like, I remember there's, like, really cool, like, evil swarm thing that seemed really baller. Well, fuck yeah, I'll have to see how those turn out, because I bet those look fucking rad. Also, I curse a lot. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so this is just, like, a little wooden thing that this motherfucker rides around in. There we go. He's like a... This is for Turnip28, which if you're not aware of Turnip28, it's a really banging game, and I'd recommend it. Hold on. Yeah, I'm doing the Turnip link on Twitch, so that way I can grab it for the YouTube's people. The sync between my commands between the two takes a little bit. I build model cars, so I don't have a single painted one. That's understandable. Actually, Pikachu, if you are worried about painting little model cars, but you would still like to do something, there's a game called Gaslands that I strongly recommend you take a look at. So Gaslands is also, yeah, once again, just dry brush turned out real good. Gaslands is Mad Max with Hot Wheels cars. And because it's using Hot Wheels cars, like, it's very cheap to get into. You can make them look beat up and grimy, like, the effectively, like, the stakes are very low. Like, it's not like you're gonna be like, "Oh, no, I fucked up this big expensive model." It's like, you could take a Hot Wheel car, put some, like, chipped, fucked up paint on it, and it's like, "Yeah, this is my scrunkly little Hot Wheels car. I don't feel bad about this, like, back fucking around with it." Also, it's a very fun game. Wait, is Eldorado yeah, I guess it was metal at the time. I guess that would make sense. Oh, shit, also recently too, for people who know things about minis, um, Mittens, especially. Did you see? Because I feel like you would know about this. Did you see that Rackham, like, the Rackham back catalog got bought out by another company? I wonder if they're gonna do, like, AT-43 and Confrontation again. Oh god, if they do Confrontation again, oh, my body is so ready. For people who do not know minis, Rackham was I believe, a French company that did some incredible minis and other war games stuff around that era. They had a really cool magazine. They eventually at some point switched to pre-painted minis, which was kind of a mistake. And then, like a lot of miniature game companies, they exploded. Oh, they're very cool. If you can get a hold of some of the Rackham minis, I think you would like the mittens. They are very, very good. They're very high spec metal miniatures. Oh, yeah, if you're doing custom Hot Wheels, you should definitely look into it. It's also like you basically just need like the book itself is like 30 bucks. And then the Hot Wheel cars are just like they're just off the shelf Hot Wheel cars where you add like guns and shit to them. Also, I gotta say that once again, I really like using this buff color for dry brushing. It nice. It nice. And eventually I am going to do like oil washes and stuff as well. That 5 years to translate that shit. Yeah. Have I painted or played BattleTech? I'm in a weird spot with BattleTech where I think BattleTech is cool. I own some BattleTech minis. So recently I stripped some old junky ones. So I got like this lad and a bunch of others. Um I would like to do more BattleTech. I do not like the default BattleTech minis. Not that the designs are bad. I hate the plastic that the Catalyst ones use. And they kind of they kill my urge to paint with them. Because, like, that's very rubbery plastic, it has a lot of mold lines, I don't like it does not spark joy from a modeling aspect, but yeah, a lot of the alts and I do have a 3D printer, so really, if I wanted to, I could get, like, some better ones. I would like to get back more into it, though. I know a lot of my viewers really like BattleTech, and I think it's cool too. I need to get there's a Humble Bundle right now of, like, BattleTech, like, books. And I need to get that so I can, like, really, like, lore up and actually, like, read shit. I think that's still open right now. Oh, Flopsy, how you doing? We're talking BattleTech. Let's see, do I still got that link up? Where is you, BattleTech? There we go. Is this still available? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's a BattleTech Humble Bundle, which I need to get. But yeah, I actually do have like there's a BattleTech scene near me, so I definitely need to. There's a lot of war game stuff I need to do. I'm very much more of a painter than a player, but I would like to be more of a player because I used to be a player. If that combination of words makes any sense. Where did I put my buff at? Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm jelly. I'm jelly. My local group of friends mostly does magic, so I do like EDH nights. Oh, yeah, how you doing, Fred? How you doing? And bye. Yeah, I heard about the metal ones. I think I don't know, metal I'm not super keen on either. I do know where I can get 3D prints. I probably just need to do that. I just need to take some of the ones like, all right, this model's in the starter set. I'm going to 3D print a better copy of it, and then I'm going to paint the copy, and then I'm going to have fun that way. But it will happen. It will happen. More BattleTech will happen. It's just kind of low on my list at the exact moment, though I do think it's cool. But yeah, I'm trying to keep getting them into war games. I'm like, Middle Earth strategy battle game. How about one-page rules? Because a lot of them are like, hey, Hal, listen, we play Magic, so our money is already evaporating. But I'm like, I could print, I could print the stuff for you, and that's kind of helping. That is kind of helping a little bit. I am getting them slightly invested. It's just taking time. Really, what I need to do is I need to make another Discord account. So in a very dumb move, but also it does not matter in the slightest. My Vtuber Discord account is my main one. So I don't have like a good secondary one for like I want to go to my local shop's Discord and see when people are playing certain games. Have I taken a Metalworks class? Nah, not really. So when it comes to like metal minis, I used to play War Machine back in the day. Legion of Aeroblight represent. And because of that, I was not a big fan of the metal minis, which was kind of rough. Like I would have like swords break off, and like my Carnivians would be so top heavy they'd fall over, which is not ideal. Not a big fan of that. Oh, hold on, there's like a bit of like the wood. I think I need to fix that a little bit first before I like. My goal tonight, if I can, is to get him glued back on his base, or not back. He's never formally been glued on the base. Hey, it's all good, Rufus. Have yourself a good night and take it easy, yo. Have a good rest. Oh yeah, I will say from like a mini's perspective, BattleTech is incredibly cost efficient. I also do think it's like BattleTech has been doing very well in sales. Which is very nice for like, hey, it's showing like you can go to a Barnes and Nobles and get BattleTech. Oh, most of these games are. Okay, I can explain. BattleTech is a mech game that's been around forever. It's actually very easy to get into because you can just go to like a bookstore, like a Barnes and Noble, and they have the starter box for like real cheap. War Machine is a game that was like a pretty competitive kind of like World War II steam, not World War II, like World War One style tech steampunk-ish fantasy game. It used to be an RPG. Well, it is an RPG a little bit too as well. But like that was my very first war game. I could mention a couple other ones. Malifaux's a really cool war game where it's like a alternate history kind of. It's also kind of steampunky, but not really. Like there are like clockwork robots and shit, but a lot of it's like there's also like cowboys and like kind of like occult people and like gremlins that are getting drunk off of moonshine in the bayou. It's very fun. Malifaux's neat. But yeah, I want to get more into actually playing these years. Also, the Song of Fire and Ice RPG war game. I keep still want to say RPG because I did used to play the RPG with some friends who were really into Game of Thrones many years ago. And despite me being a filthy secondary in that universe, I do quite like the I think the role playing game system for that is pretty neat. Very easy to break, but very good. Also, he seems really good. I'm glad. I was worried because I've heard some people are like, yeah, some of the boxes from Mark IV kind of come in kind of scuffed. So I'm very glad that yours came in good. I don't know if I'll ever get back into War Machine. Yeah, the first couple of seasons were pretty good. I ducked out. Like the thing is, whenever I would watch it with someone, and they would provide the episodes. When that stopped was kind of around the time where the show was like more or less like the public turned on it, and it kind of went to shit. Uh, Not saying it wasn't like rightly earned. I'm saying there was definitely a part where a lot of people were like, yeah, fuck this. This is dumb. Yeah, I heard they got a lot of their stuff kind of fixed, like in terms of production, which is good. Getting getting the stuff like that. Oh yeah, I do like how modular the jacks are these days. I thought that was a neat feature. So basically what they do, so the steampunk allow for like if you like Pikachu, if you do like war games, or like the idea of like big steampunk battle robots, War Machine does have those. And like now you can get them where they come with little magnetic arms, so you can actually like tweak the various weapon loadouts before the battle, which is really cool. I do think that's a neat feature. I think Warjack has a similar one. I don't think they come magnetized, but I think the idea was that like you have different options that you can put on your mechs, and I think a lot of people did magnetize them, which kind of gave them the idea to do that. That's all good, Coven. Have yourself a good sleep and take it easy. Have a good rest. I am accentuating. Yeah, moving to this kind of pink pale mixture is doing good. I was worried a little bit because I was like, oh, some of this seems like really stark contrast, but I think I'm getting more like a proper blending of these in a way I want. I want him to look like a gross worm, and I think I'm really nailing that aesthetic of like, damn, this guy's like a real fucked up, rubbery, wormy fellow. I'll probably build up some even higher, brighter highlights on like the edgiest of edges. You're buying way too much stuff. That is a mood. That is a mood. Well, if you want to go less broke buying a bunch of stuff, you can check out my sponsor, Collectible Squids. I think that works on the side. Oop, oop. Hey, there we go. Yay, I got a discount code. Also, Fuckle, have yourself a hopefully your day at work is good. Hell yeah. Have a good day at work if that's possible, and if not, hopefully it's short. And yeah, thank you for coming by and take it easy, though. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah, magic tech. Yeah, I think it's. I mean, there is a lot of explicit like this is a robot powered by Steam, which is why I say that. Could do with some save money. Oh, fuck yeah! Oh god, I dropped the paintbrush. Yeah, I think the thing is steampunk is so varied that like it's kind of like there are steam powered robots in War Machine, but yeah, it's not going to have a lot of like loose cogs and gears. Even as some factions kind of have that a bit more than others. What I'm hoping to eventually do is get real soon get it so I can glue them to the. If I glue them to the base, though, I'm not gonna be able to reach the folds very easy. My eternal struggle is having to paint around the folds of my guy, which is fine. But yeah, also even sometimes though, like the like very like brown goth version of steampunk. I don't know. I like I said, I got some like good memories from like that kind of era. Where it was a cringe thing to enjoy, but also I no longer care. Like there's like behavioral cringe things I avoid, but like when it comes to interest, I'm like I like what I like. It's fun things are fun, you know. And in the words of the wise sage Yui, fun things are fun. I've been more or less living my life at that point by this motto. Also, I'm a VTuber, so inherently after like there's some layer of cringe that just comes like built in with what I like to do on the interwebs. So it do be like that. Yeah, it's I don't know. The thing is, I think there is like a good metric. Like cringe does serve a purpose. I don't think it should be totally eliminated, but it does get thrown out like pretty easily. I am somebody like for like I do cringe a lot. Um not usually for like people doing shit. But usually what gets me to cringe is like when a okay, this is gonna be real dumb. You know, in like a movie when you can tell a real embarrassing scene is gonna come up, like you can tell that there's gonna be a misunderstanding moment or like something real embarrassing has happened. Like I physically sometimes have to cover my face when that happens because like I feel that secondhand embarrassment. That kind of cringe I do feel like real bad. Yeah, but I mean, like normies aren't going to change anytime soon. By definition, that's what they are. And eventually, the thing you will like will be picked up by normies. Maybe I don't know. It's not worth fighting them. I just continue to like my weird little shit, and so be it. All right, there we go. I'm pretty. One goes full steampunk. I think it used to be more common to go full steampunk. I think it just as it's like how like a lot of aesthetics and genres kind of fall out of favor after a while. It kind of comes and goes. Like cyberpunk used to be basically a pretty dead kind of like genre, but now it's been arguably doing pretty good lately. Mostly because a lot of times genres just wait for big blockbuster examples of them, like cyberpunk, uh, the game and stuff like that. Oh, that reminds me of something too. Ooh, speaking about like Mike Pondsmith games, I found a Bubblegum Crisis RPG at my local shop. Now, I will fully admit that I have not gotten around to watching Bubblegum Crisis yet, but like I found out that apparently, yeah. Oh yeah, it's totally real. Hold on. Or do you mean real shit like I found it? My local game store, like my it's not even a game store, it's a used bookstore, is wild. I don't understand. I can get you the like it's the most like most of the time they'll just have whatever, but every now and then apparently some person will just like offload like the most wild book you've ever seen in the RPG section, and I saunter in like ooh please give me that shit. I would like to purchase that. This is not my picture, so I don't need to worry about doxing or anything. But this is what the cover looks like once I save it as a JPEG. I haven't read through it yet. Oh, you got a copy too? Fuck yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go. So yeah, I got this and the expansion book, which is about the police. Wait, what is Spider Sense for TV? Eh? Nonde. Nonde. Yeah, check it out. I think this is also a Mike Pondsmith game, which is, once again, I'm not surprised. Like, the dude is technically living. Also, that is a bot name if I've ever seen one. Gonna ban you. There we go. Like, he's living the weeb dream. He got to have his big RPG, which was like already pretty big for what it needed to do. Um, got a big video game that had a rough start, but it's doing better now. It's doing better now, and he got an anime adaptation. Like, he's doing it. He's Mike Pondsmith is living the life. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Goals, inspiration. The weep. I also need to now, especially now. I need to watch it. I am fake anime fan by RPGs for shows I have not seen. But like it's like I like to collect older and weird RPG books, and I was like, I can't not get that, you know? I think like I'm hitting that like right threshold with this where it does look like pretty. I can if I kind of like thin it and just kind of like reapply it in like a slightly more controlled manner. Oh, I'm very happy with this. Oh yeah, it seems like 80s cyberpunk as fuck. I kind of like that, like really that era of like kind of like that OVA era. Like I need to, but I also need to actually like watch a lot of it. Um like there's like that and like Dirty Pair is another series I need to watch quite a bit. Yeah, he really is living the dream life. It's kind of amazing. I hope to be him someday. I guess it's not totally impossible. Like just like I think what I need to do is I also need to like I have gotten very like lazy on like making stuff that's like I basically since I have been like young I've been wanting to do like release my own RPG content and stuff like that. And I need to do that more, especially now that I have a platform where I could like, hey, nerd, check out this shit I'm doing. I need to really get the gears on there. Also, Plankus, have yourself a good night. Take it easy. Thank you for stopping by. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Oh yeah, it's very 80s. It's very 80s in a way that I'm like, ooh, this is nice. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. God, I'm guys, I think I did it. I was trying to find like a good way to get his skin. And like look how ooh. Like look how grody this is. Look how fucking disgusting this sick pulsating just like Jabba the Hutt blubbery motherfucker is. Oh yeah, I know it totally be getting late. I do not have that much time either. Um he is very wormy. I love this model so much though. I kit bash heavily out of my turnip stuff. Like I very rarely do like this is the default model. But like this guy was so good, just like out of the box. By out of the box, I mean the guy who sculpted it. This is not an official model, but I was like, ooh, it's I love it. He also, how are you doing, Prim? Oh, I'm glad you like him. Thank you, thank you, thank you. He also gives me really big James and the Giant Peach energy for some reason. Like, I think it's just a gigantic slug body. And I did like that movie growing up. I really like James and the Giant Peach. It's one of those ones I need to give a I want to give that a rewatch because I haven't watched it since I was young. I would love to rewatch James and the Giant Peach and be like, what is this like? It's like a pig stomach. Kind of does, yeah, actually. I could see that. I could see that. That feels like also like James and the Giant Peach feels like one of those movies that I bet if I watch as adult, I'd be like, oh, there's like a bunch of like little in jokes and innuendo stuff that totally would have flew over my head as a youngling. How you doing, Lemon as well? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm painting gross turnip man. I'm painting this absolutely blobular unit. I think I could do one more layer on this as well. Like, I just keep as I'm running out of paint on like this exact color mixture. What I am doing is I'm just adding more and more. of the like basic flesh tone, which it's technically it is Griffin Claw, but it's the Duncan Rhodes equivalent of Rhaegar flesh. It's Rhaegar flesh in a bottle that doesn't clog up, which makes it one of my favorite paints of all time. I love Rhaegar flesh. Fuck the Games Workshop bottles. I hate those. I hate them so much. They dry up so quick. He's a goofy looking lad, but like he's gonna be leading all my dudes. He's got command. He's got like commander experience. He stores it in his multitude of folds. Gotta get like a bit on the back of his fucking dome. There we go. The group stumbles upon a war. That'd be great. That piece scared me as a child. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like James and the Giant Peach was either did two things with spiders. You either saw James and the Giant Peach and you were like, "Oh God, spiders! I'm terrified," or you watched James and the Giant Peach with and you saw the spider lady and you're like, "Hmm, I can't put that like directly in front of my own face." Oh, hold on, I have an idea. Hold on, I have the dumbest idea. Let me do something real quick. Oh, this is it's fucking stupid. Pictures, screenshots. Or sometimes you would look at a spider lady and be like, hmm, hmm. Technology and science. Oh yeah, no, I'm fully of the belief that the James and the Giant Peach lady, if she would, what's it called? If she was made now, she would be doing numbers on the internet. Just to pick them up, not after that movie. Oh, that's a bummer. I mean, I really like bugs in general. I'm a reptile boy at heart, but I do think bugs are neat. And spiders are cool. I was taught very early that spiders are bros because they keep the insects out. And I'm like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, random spider. You are my friend. As somebody who used to get stung a lot by mosquitoes, which, God, what the fuck happened to those mosquitoes? All those mosquitoes that were just drinking my fucked up mimic blood. I guess they would just like fly out of eyesight and then just like fucking combust or some shit. Like, huh, this is weird. That or they grew like extra legs and they're just like running around in sewers just kidnapping children and they're like, we need the blood. The like the highest reaches of the folds, like mostly in the kind of like center-ish area there. Where I'm kind of like really where my blending is gonna be kind of iffy, but I think the end result's gonna be good. But hopefully like hopefully you can regain a appreciation of spiders. I believe in you. If you see a local spider, be like, yo, hell yeah. Hell yeah, local spider. You're my friend. Give it a little kiss. Checks out spider. Oh yeah, no, hold on. I need to let me get this quick layer of flesh on this guy, and then I will pull out a picture of the James and the Giant Peach spider. I feel like I just need to have that on standby. Every time James and the Giant Peach comes up on my stream, the conversation usually circles back to, you know, she was made today. Spider Lady would be doing numbers. I don't remember the skeletons, guys. I believe you. Scorpions are cool. I used to have relatives that had like a pet tarantula. My Peach Spider. Oh, she was just called Miss Spider. There we go. Let me put her up. What's up, Robot Crash? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I fucking love Turnip too. I love it so much. I'm painting this kind of like really globular fuck. Also, I'm very sorry in advance, but we're talking about James and the Giant Peach, so I need to show everyone the spider from it. With the belief that if the James and the Giant Peach released this year, the internet would go ape shit for this fucking spider. Like, they would absolutely lose their goddamn minds. This lady would ruin some people. She's like a goth spider mime, and then also she's French. People like a good French accent too, to be fair. How you doing, Robot Crash? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Habernot the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven and Turnip variety. I also have some Minotaurs and some other nonsense. If you'd like to see some minis I've done recently, hey, check it out. Check out these. You got to see my Asterian Moloch that I made out of a rowboat girly man. There we go. I actually, but yeah, I think Pikachu. I think actually, if you wanted to raise a scorpion, I don't think they're that hard. Like, I think it's probably less difficult than you'd imagine. Or maybe this is a place of ignorance, and then scorpions are actually incredibly hard to raise, and I just do not know out of ignorance. She's just noir. Fair. I mean, she's kind of got like aesthetic similar to that. But yeah, you are right. She's just kind of doing French noir things. On paper, yes, but the designs kind of do that. Yeah, she would have so much. I think I just need to wait for the right moment and post her on Twitter and just declare my thesis statement in the forum of the public opinion and be like, she would do numbers if this movie was new. I think I also need to. I think I also made the blend a little too thick. I might have to like every now and then. It's like if I do one layer thick and then I kind of go back and just kind of do it thinner to kind of well, this brush is fraying. A lot of my brushes are not doing great. Hear me out. I might, Charlie, if I do it, I think I'm just going to steal that. I think I'm literally just going to say "hear me out" with like no context. I think I'm just going to do that. I will. I am absolutely going to steal your joke. Oh yeah, no. If you have a cat, that makes total sense. I have been there. I when I was growing up, I had a pet bearded iguana, not bearded iguana, a bearded dragon, which was a very sweet little lizard that got absolutely mangled by the family cat after the cat figured out how to manage to slink its arm. Like we thought it was safe because it had a nice big vertical tank, and cats are crafty when they want food. You know, I'm sure everybody is shocked by this news, but yeah. Ironically, he was called Dash because when my adopted parents got them, he managed to escape and ran halfway across the pet store, and I was like, "Oh, you're a fast little buddy, and I'm gonna name you Dash." And Dash was not fast enough. Like it's okay, everybody. Like the cat was really sweet, and I don't hold it against the cat. Cats are they're predators. They are carnivores. Like that it was just following hundreds of thousands of years of like, this is what you do. Do you see a critter? Put it in your mouth. So I don't know. Like I feel bad because it sucks when your pet lizard gets eaten, but also I don't like I get it. It be like that. I was a very mature like I even thought that as a kid. I was like, it's not your fault, cat. This is just what you are. You are cat. I get it. Yeah, definitely tear apart. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Cats can be the fluffy, wuffiest little. Also, give your cat a scratch behind the ears for me. They have eaten 15 fish. Jesus Christ. So yeah, you cannot have a small pet. Then that's understandable. That's understandable. I'm also Pikachu. That's the same way that it's like I would actually really like so like my buddy in my pocket Peño. He's a familiar. He's not like a true rat. He doesn't act like a rat. He's cute and soft, but I would like a pet rat. However, generally there people are like, don't unless you're raising rats for food, don't have pet rats with a snake because effectively it would be like walking like it'd be like if somebody walked around my house specifically making steak smells like in my general vicinity. Like if somebody had like a little machine that dispersed the smell of steak everywhere I went in my house at all hours of the night, I would just be fucking just like anger hungry at all times. And from what I have been told, when I last looked this up, it's like, yeah, if you have rats in your house, if you're not going to plan to like, even then, like, if you don't really need to have a personal rat farm unless you're like, I have all the snakes. Also, a steak does sound real banging. I still need to get the that seafood meal. I'm very sorry. That's I still have to order that. Uh, I waited basically until like the tail end of what's it called last week. I had to make sure I got paid because money was like a little tight because of the car repairs. But now I'm in the clear, so I need to have that the gifted meal of delicious seafood. Also, Geronimo is a very good name for a cat. It's a very good name for a cat. Hell yeah! Everybody, pet your cats for me. There we go. Ah, there we go. Get a little bit on there. I think there's like a couple of areas where I could like maybe blend it a little better given enough time. I probably will. Hugo's also a very good cat name. I'm gonna be real though. And I would say that for any cat name. Not saying that you guys have bad cat names. I'm just saying I do like cats a lot. I do really like cats. And whenever I'm like someone's like, "This is my cat," like, "This is my cat. His name is like Gopher Destroyer." I'd be like, I love Gopher Destroyer. Got the best name ever. Hell yeah. Goose is a good name. Naming one animal after a totally different animal is a really fun move. Um, I know I named mice like Snake Nanners because she's gotten paler, but she used to have like way more of a kind of like banana coloration to her. That is as snakes tend to get older, they tend to kind of like change to like a kind of softer tone. Max and Percy are also very good. That's hello horror loving. How you doing? Welcome. I'm creating this horrible flesh monster. Turned up good. I think if I wanted to kind of like there's like a couple of areas where I think I need to like kind of like I don't know. It's like on one hand, it's like that there's kind of like really stark colors like between like that. Like if I could technically go back and thin it out with like an incredibly thin bit of that like pale skin tone to kind of like bring it down. Also, kind of looks nice being all fucked up like that. I don't know. I'm going back and forth. Yeah, arguably not like a peeled banana. Now she's kind of like I don't know, like a nice. Oh yeah, if you guys know Warhammer color, she's like slowly migrating to like Dorn yellow, that kind of like white yellowish. But I will not change her name, even though for a while people were like, I can't, well, how you named your snake after the Vtuber Nyanners? I'm like, no, no, she's named after a banana. She's named after a banana. A banana, guys, she's a banana, guys. All right, I need to see something real quick. Also, I think also if I go back to the turnips as well, because I kind of like it was kind of cheap for them, and I did a little bit of like goofy dry brushing and whatnot. I think I'm gonna try to add a little bit more ink just to kind of bring these sort of like back in line with like the turnipy shape. I glue you. Oh, I need just need to do a quick dry brush for the lantern. I think once I do that I can glue it on. So let me get a little bit on there. This is a 3D print. Yeah. This is I need to be a little careful. So I used to use the Elegoo cats do got good names. You are right. You are right. Um I used to use the Elegoo resin that came standard, like not Elegoo, sorry, Anycubic. I used to use the default Anycubic resin. I'm like, I don't know why people are bitching about this. This stuff is pretty good. I switched over to the what's it called? The Sunlu ABS type resin. Okay, it's like the stuff that's made to be like bouncier and better suited for games and minis and stuff like that. And like, not only does it shrink less, but all my minis are way sturdier. But this is like one of the last vestiges of that early era. I actually just like straight up tossed a lot of minis from that era that I just was like, I'm never gonna paint you, and if I decide to print you again in the future, I will print you with like a better quality. But yeah, I do a decent amount of 3D prints. I do still get like models that are made by like manufacturers and stuff like that. But I do love me the freedom for 3D printing, especially for Turnip. I find Turnip is a very fun game to do 3D printing for. Like it's just like super duper hella fun. All right. I get so many models. Yeah, no, my pile of shame, if I was to never print a model again, my pile of shame is already big enough. It's already fucking huge. Also, for anyone who did not see it earlier, this is the pile of 2 big feet and then the, cleric kind of like cult leader dude. Also, Robot Crash, thank you for the follow, and formally now welcome to the workshop. This is gonna be for a Turnip28 warband that, my viewers last night helped me pick together, which you're now part of. Yippee! You're now part of the illustrious group that birthed this abomination in his pile of severed feet. I need to print some tiny feet for him to grasp. Yeah, we were building a turnip list, and the theme that got brought up was like, what if evil was stored in the foot? So the only way to be pure is to go from town to town and cut off everybody's feet. So arguably less sus than you would probably think, actually. Very, 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 very not sus at all. I haven't made my own custom models. By custom, do you mean like have I made them in like Blender? I have no 3D sculpting experience. I do a lot of kit bashing. Like I really love modular models and stuff like that, but no, I do not. Oh, robot, you're gonna fit right in. I made that exact pun like 2 hours ago, and everyone was like, "How fuck off." You are in good company. I would love to know. I would love to do 3D sculpting. I have a bunch of hobbies that are very time and money intensive. But not that 3D sculpting would require much on the money front, but the time is very rough for me lately. I did not do Total Destruction is really good. Fucking hell, that's really good. I'm upset I didn't think of that one actually. Good shit. Good fucking shit. Let's see, let me get a little bit on the hand. The hand also needs like a little bit of a. Well, he's got like a little wormy hand. I just need to go and get these kind of like really raised edge parts. Kind of like mix my way back to the highlight color, and I think I just ended up with like a very bright pink, which will be fine. How many models you need? It depends. So, you need your Toff, which is your leader. You need 2 toadies, which are like sub leaders, and then you have 4 units. At minimum, you could get away with maybe doing like a couple of cavalry, which doesn't require a whole lot. I would say you're going to need at least 12 for a unit of fodder, maybe like 6 for some brutes, 4 for chaff, and maybe like a fun unit like some bastards for some cavalry. So that's like 12 chumpos, 6 regular you dudes who are good at melee, 4 kind of like early deployable snipers, and then like maybe some cavalry dudes to like run objectives or like smack opponents in the face. I think that would get you a pretty balanced turnip warband. So it's not like the most models. Done a dice making, so I hear money. Oh yeah, that stuff sounds really fucking hard to do. I know some VTubers that did dice making in the past, and they're like, it requires so much resin, and you have to be really careful, and also the molds, and then also the materials. That's all good, Pikachu. Have yourself a good night and take it easy. I will also be wrapping up very soon, but I want to get this like last little detail before I do the base gluing because I want to do that. I want to do that. Get these little highlights. Just peg legs. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. I want everybody. So like what I'm planning on doing for the actual legs or some other models I did, I need to cut off the tips of a bunch of toothpicks. So it's like, what the fuck am I going to do with these other toothpicks? I'm going to begin snipping them and making them replacement legs. So you can have archers. So basically your weapon choices for most units are a melee weapon, which is just any melee, like a gun, like a black powdered weapon, which typically does more damage at range, but you can only fire once per round because it creates a bunch of gunpowder smoke. Or you can just have like archers, which can fire as many times as you can during combat, but um they are generally easier for your opponents to resist wounds from. How you doing, Aaron? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Nice. And hello, Billy. How you doing as well? I'm working on my Turnip28 Baron dude. Out very good. There we go. From a movie. Oh, you did. You absolutely did. That's from the movie James and the Giant Peach. It's the ritual that happens on this stream where James and the Giant Peach gets mentioned. I bring up like, damn, that spider would do numbers if she was released on today. And then everyone's like, you are absolutely right. And I go, mm-hmm. And I put her on the screen and people are like, yep. And we're gonna have this conversation again. It certainly will happen. I absolutely believe that this line of thought will repeat itself ad nauseum until I stop streaming in 2036. Get a little bit on the back of the head. I think the back of the head is just going to be a little funkier. All right, there we go. The lad. As much as I want to glue him to the base, I really should not. I really should not. Oh yeah, Arachne is she's my favorite of the main cast. I think Zombina is probably my favorite overall from that series. There we go. Well, okay, he's not glued to the base yet, but I think he's looking pretty good. I feel pretty good about this. We got them. This guy got a little bit of paint. These guys got some more paint. They need more work, like a lot more work, but getting there. Also, Pikachu, have yourself a good sleep. And then, of course, we got the foot wizard. I think, unfortunately, with that, I will also need to ollie out for the night. So let me go to the outro screen. Hey, there we go. Thank you for coming, everybody. I had a lot of fun. So I don't have the schedule, like, effectively, I can tell you the schedule for this upcoming week. It is Tuesday. I'm going to be playing Deus Ex. Wednesday will be mini painting. Thursday, movie. So Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to be doing mini painting on both days. The reason for this is because I need some R&D time. I want to try to bring back the Dungeon Crawl Classic setup, and I have an idea, and I think there's stuff I can do with Sammy, like the streamer tools, but I do not know how to do what I want to do just yet. So I need to get some research time. So I figure a painting stream would give me some time during the day to do that. So yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I want to do Dungeon Crawl Classics again. I like I said, I got ideas. So I'm gonna look for a raid. So everybody in the YouTube side, thank you for coming, YouTubers. I need to learn how to raid on YouTube. I need to do that. But thanks for coming, everybody. And once again, Mayray, if you're still chilling, thank you for bringing all your wonderful viewers over. It honestly means a lot. You're my first YouTube raid, and I appreciate it. So bye bye, YouTube side. Bye.